How you guys doing though? Welcome. Make yourself comfortable because we are just getting started. And yeah, the plans for today is some indie games, chatting. I'm going to be talking about some plans as well that I have for the anniversary. Actually, Test, you are correct. Today was supposed to be a members workshop stream. There's only one issue. I spent the entire weekend trying to write because I couldn't stream because I was just like kind of... So I had... Okay, let me context. I had a VTuber meet and greet that I attended, that I got invited to attend as a guest on Australia. And because it was in Australia, it was at 5... I woke up at 5 a.m. to be ready for the meet and greet. I probably could have woke up at 6, but I ended up waking up at 5, so I just spent the day like super hazy, like super tired. It wouldn't have been a fun stream, so I just kind of like died on you guys. I'm very sorry about that. However, because of that, I tried to spend my weekend writing. It just nothing came out. I think I'm like kind of burned out a little bit on my ideas. I just need to let my ideas breathe a little bit. Because I spent the entire weekend trying to write the alien script that I'm trying to write for the ASMR, and it just didn't work. It just wasn't coming out. I actually quoted like getting T-Drop to like commission her to like write a script for me. If we have any writers in the audience that want to like pick up like a script, I'm down. But you know, I guess like this always kind of happen when I have a big event coming. Because whenever I have a big event, my mind just unintentionally or not, just completely focuses on it. Like I cannot think of anything else if I'm just like focused on an event. So unfortunately, it's just kind of how it be. Hey Shaki, hey Kate, how you doing? Foxy, hey Venom, how you doing as well? Glad to have you here. I also don't think the thumbnail is right. Oh no, it's not actually. I probably. Wait, no, it's not. Wait, I have to. Wait, you're right. I completely blanked out on making a thumbnail. Oh no. Wait, fuck. Damn it, man. I totally did, didn't I? Oh, no. Wait. I gotta fix this real quick. Oh, no. It did true. I did not switch the thumbnail. It still has the made thumbnail, isn't it? Ah, damn it, man. See how I'm telling you that I'm just like not on my A game. I'm just not on my A game. Yeah, just kind of how that be. My head on the clouds because I'm just like organizing events. I gotta make a spreadsheet as well, and I just like haven't been able to focus. Like everything like it's just like completely hyper focusing on the event, and it's making it kind of hard for me. So I'm glad. I'm pretty sure you could tell if you haven't already, but you know. Wait. There you go. Something like that is fine for a thumbnail. Gonna just whip it up something real quick that I have with the assets. There you go. Did you pick up a script? I've seen a lot of scripts on Reddit, and not to throw any shade, but I don't know. I haven't felt any connection with the scripts on Reddit. I just haven't felt any connection with the scripts on Reddit, and just kind of, you know what I mean? I was feeling very lonely at work. I was missing you guys. I do miss you guys. Whenever I don't stream, I can't like help but think about you guys. Because, you know, it's a pretty big part of my day to stream with you guys. Like, we talk pretty much every day, right? So, whenever I don't, it's just, you know what I mean? Hey, go on. Salve, salve, meu querido. Salve, salve. Hello. But yeah. Wasn't home for like a week. I gotta learn how to use a keyboard. What the hell? I get what you mean. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just kind of like, I don't know. I've just been focusing on that. So like, I don't want to spoil everything. I did post it on Discord, but I have a few ideas for streams that I'm looking forward to. There's just a few that I'm not like too sure if I want to. I don't know if I should show this or not, because I kind of want some feedback, but I kind of don't want to spoil everything. Suppose it is building up hype. Here's a little bit of a spoiler. So this is currently my mood board for the anniversary stream. I have a few goals that I have, like, as usual, you know, like custom voice note. I think having a custom role as well, because this is the 5-year anniversary. So having a custom role would be like cool to have. I think a signed Polaroid portrait, I think is like a fun little like merch thing. I was also thinking of making a custom booba pad, like a limited run, just like a few for the people that like want during the subathon, instead of like a merch thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of the thing. And then for the activities, you know, the usual Would You Ratters, because people have been asking me to like come back with another Would You Rather stream. I was thinking of maybe another Fixing VTuber stream. I thought that would be fun to do. You know, Kink Tier List with Nyla, Guilty as a Sock, a few collab games. Actually, this goes over here. I thought of a stream that would be kind of fun. Cooking stream, but with RNG. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil. The sellout stream that I said before. Secret VTuber. This has actually been a longer idea that I've had. You know, the maid dress. People keep asking me to put the maid dress. Plums keeps asking me that. But I was looking for like some more ideas for like stuff that people could want for like, especially I think goals. Because I can think of like pretty good like ideas for activities, and you know the more people donate, the longer the stream goes, so the more activities we have. And as usual, like same time as always is like it is an uncapped subathon, so the more like the people like the more we go, the longer it goes, the more activities we have for the anniversary. Because it is like a 5-year anniversary. I feel like that's a pretty big milestone. So I want to have like as many guests as possible, do as many fun activities. I invited a bunch of people that I love hanging around, and I want to have the goals be like kind of like modifiers. I'm being giga nerdy, but like I was thinking of like, you know how like you have a roguelike hunt and you can have like modifiers or like stuff like that you can just like in between just like hit it or like do some fun. Hey, Vodaisha, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, Vora? Hope you're having a good one. You've been eating good? You've been eating good? Hey, Sugar Mama, how you doing as well? Didn't to start a VTuber account? You can just interview other VTubers. I was thinking of doing that. There's also, it's not on my tab, but it is. I also was thinking of having another Truth or Drink stream. It's kind of similar to the Would You Rather, but I like having I've been liking having these like drinking sessions with friends. We don't even usually save. We don't usually even like drink too much while the questions are going. We just kind of drink regardless. But I really thought it was a cozy time. It's kind of like a podcast almost. You know what I mean? Hey, Kenji's #1 simp. How you doing, Silas? Doing good. How are you? My head isn't completely in the clouds because every time I'm super ADHD, so every time there's like a big event, I just keep completely hyper focusing on it. But I wanted to have some more like out of the box ideas because there is like collab games that I do plan on having them as well. You know, Guilty as a Rocks, maybe even Repo again because I had kind of fun with Repo. But Guilty as a Sock is a game that is gonna be there's a new collab game as well called Wizard Something that you have to like do the thing. Hey Eddie, thank you so much for the resub. Happy 7 months anniversary. Thank you so much as well, friend. Your support is what allows me to do this every single day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. But yeah, but because of that, because I'm so hyper focused on this event, I haven't been able to focus on my monster fucker alien stream, alien script, which has been unfortunate because I know that people want another monster lover audio. I know. And I will give it to you. It's not going to be another humanized demon. It's going to be a monster. It's a monster. It's a monster. So, you know, Venom style. Not the kind of monster, the type of audio that I made. It's going to be like that audio. So, you know, look forward to that. He's also kind of like, I'm thinking of like a really fun concept where he's not able to speak. He doesn't speak English. So what he does is he's kind of psionic. So you have a translator, but the more you kind of like corrupt yourself, the more you kind of like lean into the monster fucker aspect of the story, the more he speaks, the louder, the more comprehensive he seems, regardless of the translator. And I think that is like a really cool concept for a monster. You know what I mean? I think that's a really cool concept for a monster. You know, all my monster lovers in the chat, represent my monster lovers, the kinkiest fucking women I've seen in a while. Forever. And some dudes as well. But dudes, I feel like dudes... Okay,
Okay. Okay. Hear me out. As a bisexual man, I feel like I'm apt to speak on behalf of dude monster fuckers. Because I feel like a lot of dudes get flack for being like, you know, monster fuckers, and then it's just like an anime girl with like some like weird like tentacles or something, but it's basically just a woman. That is not, I don't think that represents all of us. There is some dudes that like some freaky shit. I am here. We exist, okay? However, I feel like dudes have more to lose. Because if you're sticking it in, you're the one sticking it in, there's a much higher chance of it being bitten off. And as a dude, I feel like that is a pretty big deterrent. You know, women, they just get, you know what I mean? When you're being the bottom one, I feel like it's just not the bottom, I don't know. Fuck. Not sub, bottom. I think that's the word. I don't know. KO explained that to me, but I keep forgetting the one that has things going into them. I feel like you are a lot more lenient to the kinds of shit that you would put inside of yourself. When you're the one sticking it in, the fear of it being bitten off is a pretty big deterrent on the kinds of shit that you would do. You know what I mean? I feel like a pretty good announcement is like putting like a potato peeler inside of yourself. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. There's two sides to every coin. We do exist. I'm here to represent, but I also gotta defend ourselves a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna give you guys a real monster lover story. Don't worry. That's kind of what I was thinking for my alien. I want the alien to be like really monstery. You know what I mean? And he doesn't speak. He's kind of psionic. And then the more you get corrupted by the monster, the more he seems clear. You know what I mean? What about this a potato peeler, bro? That's what I'm saying. I'm defending the dude monster lovers, okay? We exist. Not everybody's just, it calls like an anime monster girl like monster fucker. That's not it. But it's, you know, it's just saying, you know, we have more to lose. Hey, Crunchy-kun, thank you so much for the resub as well. Happy 15 months anniversary. That is crazy. You know what I mean? Reggie update? I have no idea where Reggie is. Reggie usually finds a place. I don't know where exactly he stays, that it is impossible to find him. I have no idea where Reggie is. He will just show up at some point when he's hungry, I think. Okay. I have no idea where Reggie is. I could not tell you. I've looked it up a few days. There's just like, during the afternoon, there's a spot that he goes that nobody can find him. You know what I mean? We exist. We exist, okay? We exist. Not every guy that says they like monsters is just like a slime girl that is just like a woman with green skin. No. It's not just that. We exist, okay? Reggie was hiding from Kim because he doesn't like being called a chunky boy. Nah, he just likes to sleep. He's just a sleepy boy. You know what I mean? He just doesn't want to be woken up. Oh, yeah, Tiny B, honestly, I get it. I know. That's what I always mention, the potato peeler. You know what I mean? Where is it? Where's the potato peeler? Not this one. Where's the... Is it cheese? No, sorry, not potato peeler. Cheese grater. You know? Sorry, I didn't mean potato peeler. I meant cheese grater. It's this is the equivalent. This is the equivalent. That's the danger. You know, that's the danger when you have something to lose. So, you know. I am here to defend my male monster lovers. We exist. There's more to lose. There's more to lose. As a guy, you can get it bitten off. You know what I mean? Sorry, I meant to say cheese grater, not potato peeler. I was thinking of something else. You think us women don't have that danger? I'm not saying you wouldn't do it. I know you little freaks. I'm not saying you wouldn't do it. I know you little freaks. I'm just saying it's not, I'm just putting into perspective. You understand? I'm just putting into perspective. I'm not saying you wouldn't do it. I know you little nerds. I've seen what you guys are when you're down bad enough, okay? I have my... You think I don't read you guys' comments on my Patreon stories when I post like a Monster Lava story? What do you think I take my feedback from? Where do you think I take my feedback from? Very dedicated creators, my craft. You know what I mean? It really is good though. As it is, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but it is very. It's an interesting experience as a cultured content creator. You know, of this kinds of niche things. To have a control group of, you know, certain demographics. You know, the bottom dudes, the freaky gals. You know what I mean? The fujoshis. Little control groups that I can have like opinions from. It is, you know. It's boss my male monster lover. It's funny how that's not the craziest thing he has done. Support all monster lovers. I support all monster lovers, but I'm here to represent the dudes. You know, because dude monster lovers get a lot of flack for being basic, and not all of us. You know what I mean? For science, for humanity. Humanity as a species, we're defined as Homo sapiens, but honestly, if there was ever aliens, I'm pretty sure someone would clap that alien pussy. The alien usi. And the same way, I'm pretty sure some women would bang the hot tentacle monsters as well. Okay? Don't tell me that I'm being out of pocket. You know it's real. You know it's true. That's why everybody complains when there's like fantasy tropes. I'm like, oh, why is there gotta be like every single hybrid with humans? You just want to humanize every monster. No! Humans are freaks! You understand me? If there's a will, there's a way. On God, there's a lot of will. If there was a way to clap that, I'm pretty sure some people would be trying very hard. That's the one thing that I will defend from fantasy. Anyway, completely getting distracted. I'm glad that we got immediately distracted by the activity today. Well, you know. I would fuck the squid monster. Did you know, fun fact, did you know that squids are the closest to aliens that we have on Earth? Because squids, they diverged from primordial life very early in the evolutionary tree. So out of all like modern things, modern animals, everything, squids are the closest things to aliens that we have, and surprisingly intelligent as well. You know what I mean? Give me something terrifying with horns and I'm a happy bunny. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, Chad. Listen, you don't need to pretend to be like, monster fuckers, what? Come on. It's been 5 years. We're celebrating 5 years of the channel. My algorithm does not mistake. If I showed up at some point on your feed, on TikTok, on YouTube, you're kind of kinky. You're some flavor of kinky or mentally ill. One of the two. You can't be here like, I'm a neurotypical good member of society. I love missionary and Diet Coke. No. Come on. I mean, I love my Diet Coke as well, but you gotta have some flavor of mental illness, kinkiness, or some mix of the two. Or both. Or both as well. Really. You know what I mean? No neurotypical person is watching a big titty VTuber that talks lewd things on the internet. Come on. And talks about monster fuckers. And fucking cheese graters. Some flavor of you got some flavor of crazy on you. Hey Miss, how you doing as well? Sharky Day Woods. Hey Mr. Magic, how you doing as well? Well yeah. Hey Kindred, I'm a sexual man, am I right? I have a question for you. I mean, shoot it. Yes, I am bisexual. Born since I was 24 actually, very late in life. But yeah, gotta go so soon? Oh, Spirit, really? No, stick around. We're just getting started. What do you mean? This is why you're my favorite streamer? Hell yeah. You're watching other streamers? How dare you? Are you really cheating on me with other streamers? Come on. You really need other streamers? That is not true. I'm not. I don't do that better social shit. I love hyping up my homies, you know? But I do hope that you come watch me every time, you know? You're gonna have your side pieces as long as I am your favorite, you know?
And you don't miss out on me.
Yeah. If you're not kinky, neurodivergent, or gay, that is also true. Okay. That is all. Okay, I will concede. You can be either neurodivergent, very kinky, or LGBT. That is true. There's a lot of that is okay. You got me there. You could be queer as well. That is true. We do have a lot of surprisingly a lot of trans people as well. I mean, like percentage-wise. You know what I mean? Something that I notice on my stats. It's a little bit higher than fellow content creators. What's your theory about what's inside Area 51? Probably nothing. Dude, the government doesn't even hide how much they spy on you anymore. Do you think they care? Hey Mochi, how you doing as well? Do you love being my token egg session in most online groups? Hey Mazikin, thank you so much for the resub with your prime. Thank you so much as well. I do appreciate that. What is it? What is the question called? Oh, what's the question? Did you send it? Because if you did, I missed it. Did you send the question? You can send your question if you want to, because I kind of missed it. If you want to send it again. Yeah. Okay, got 2 cakes now. But yeah, thanks so much for the resub. Yes, if you want to support your favorite streamer, aside from the Patreon, where you can get extra content as well, if you want to, you can also subscribe here. You get some cool emotes. You don't get to watch any ads. You can flex on people in the comments and chat about being subscribed. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you as well for the fun content. I do appreciate that. I put a lot of effort into my work. I know that, like, when you see me streaming, you got it, dude. Even my dad was like, "Damn, you really put a lot of hours into this," because he's somebody that never acknowledged me like working that kind of stuff. That's how many hours I just focus on this every single day. Because like when you see me streaming, you don't really see like because you know, streaming is like the fun part. It's like streaming is like the easy bit, and I'm gonna use easy quotation marks because you know. But streaming is like the easy part. You know, the boring stuff is learning how to editing every single day, consistently thinking of content, organizing stuff. Even the boring stuff like looking for contracts, for example, because, you know what I mean? Like some extra sources of revenue is what allows me to have this financial freedom, aside from the Patreon stuff as well and everything, right? But yeah. Hey Lane, how you doing as well? You search the name character Ozma from the first Berserk. Ozma Berserk. Berserk is out, so you're gonna fuck the most human side of chaos. You mean this? I mean Smash, but yeah. I mean Smash. It's not even a question. My brother in Christ, you haven't seen the shit that I have saved on Pinterest. You haven't seen the shit I have on my Pinterest. You know what I mean? Anyway. But yeah, I do. Spend all my money on the horse anime game? No, don't do that. Support me. I'm real life anime. I mean, as long as you're having fun. You know, as long as you're having fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyway. We're playing bingo today? No, we're playing Hot Sexy Biker Man story. We actually played this before. We actually have played this game before. But it was the demo. Now the full game is out. It is called Big Bad Dogs. The BBD. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're playing Big Bad Dogs. The full release. It is out. But yeah, very excited for it. I like the demos, so very excited to see the full game finally. But yeah. Hey Strawberry, how you doing as well? But yeah, speaking of which, for the anniversary, right, as I was saying, what are some of the goals that I could put? Because I'm thinking of the events, right? I'm thinking of all this stuff. What are some of the stuff that I could give people for the people that support, right? Because there's always like subathon goals as it is, right? Currently I have the mods have to meow, you know, chat gets to pick sound redeems, the usual stuff that we do all the time. You know what I mean?
But I wanted to have some more individual ones as well. I wanted to have group goals that everybody like strives for, like the maid dress that people keep asking every single year to have the maid dress as well. One day you guys will get it, but I will not be without a fight. Okay? You gotta earn the maid dress. If I just put whatever maid dresses, it wouldn't be special. People have been asking me this for years at this point. You understand? That's why you gotta fight for it. You gotta deserve. You gotta deserve your maid dress. You know? But I also wanted individual goals. I was thinking of doing sculpted chibis for like people that like raise up to a certain point. But I was worried that it was gonna be like a lot of the subathon just me sculpting because it takes kind of a while. So I don't know about that one. But I wanted to have custom goals for people. You know what I mean? Hey, Mama Bear, just hanging out. Hey, glad to have you here as well. Just gonna keep asking for the maid dress until Kindred Drive is crazy about it. No, you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. You're not getting it for free. It wouldn't be special otherwise. If I just like came up one day and was just like, there you go. No. You gotta sit down and earn it. You understand? Everything in value that is good comes at a price. You understand? You wouldn't be here just getting it for free. Otherwise, it wouldn't feel the same if I was just to give it to you. No. You gotta earn those things. You know? You gotta earn those things. And I'm not giving it for free. Absolutely not. That is a digital footprint that is gonna be fucking forever on the internet. Because I know the internet. It's gonna be forever on the internet. And I'm not giving it to you. Not that easy anyway. You know what I mean? Personalized voice notes, that might be nice and easy to do. That is also on my go. That's actually the first one. That is the $20 one. That and the Discord role, I think. I'm not sure which one is going to be. If I'm going to put this first or the other one. I think I'm going to put this one first. And then I'm going to couple the Discord role with the signed portrait, question mark? I don't know. I have the signed Polaroid portrait. That is one that I want to have. You know, custom audios as well. Custom audios is going to be the cheapest one, I think, because it's just like something that I can do. You know what I mean? Hard himbos in my area. Where? Right here, my friend. Where more? Where else? What more do you need out of big manly himbos? How you doing? Kindred in my outfit. That is a couple. That is a group goal. So there's individual goals and there's group goals. I think it's better if I say individual incentives. It's better if I call it individual incentives rather than goals, because then it's like the subathon goals. You know what I mean? But yeah, because we are celebrating 5 years. I don't want to. Last year I said that we were gonna take it easy. This year I want to go all out again. Oh yeah, tattoo as well. I want to have one of the goals be tattoo stream again, where I tattoo myself live. But that is gonna be a goal as well. That is also gonna be a goal. Tattoo stream. There you go. Is the maid costume in real life? Of course it is in real life. What are you talking about? Yes. No, yes. Every single time that I put the maid dress as a goal, it is in real life. It is me dressing up as a maid and posting pictures and doing a stream in the maid dress. Yes. You are correct. You know what I mean? Hey, Crochet. How you doing as well? Drawings, we got plenty, but there's plenty of people that drew me in maid dresses. I'm talking about actually dressing in. Tattooing myself? No, not tattooing me tattooing myself. Having somebody tattoo me on stream. Tattooing myself. The tattoo on me. You know what I mean? Because we have done this before. Actually, my leg tattoo was made on stream. But, you know. It's not going to be me tattooing myself. That is crazy. We got him with a maid apron. But yeah, but it's not really a maid apron. It's just a regular apron. That's not a maid outfit. I was wearing jeans. That is just an apron. But, you know. You know what I mean? That is, you know, that'd be how that be. That'd be how that be. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you have any ideas, just let me know, because I want to have, like I said, I want to have I want to have the... Yeah, it was just the apron. It was just the apron. I mean, it's not a video. You can go watch it. But yes, it is. It is on YouTube, but yes, it is. It was just the apron. The maid dress for the subathon would be the full dress. You know, full dress, full maid dress. The slutty one as well, not the long one, the slutty one. Because I think it's funnier if it's the slutty one. I think it is funnier if it's the slutty one. Anyway, let's get right into the game, shall we? Let's get right into the game. Anyway, that is the plans for the anniversary. So, you know, look forward to that. Look forward to that. Anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Big Bad Dogs 1.1.0. Yeah, this is a dark romance, so trigger warning for the people that haven't seen. Anyway. What is this? Shift? Oh, shift 1. Okay. Yeah, this is, I think, the first story. I'm going to replay it because I don't remember exactly where we were. So, we're going to start from scratch again. Right. You wonder when the wheel started losing its color. Maybe it's always been that way. Or maybe it happened when you started working this job. Oh. Yeah, I remember this game had a really interesting art style. Stacking energy drink cans at 2 a.m. is exactly what I pictured when I left home to be an independent adult. Well, here I am. I work the night shift at a 24-hour convenience store. Not because I have a burning passion for overpriced canned goods, or because I like listening to the hum of the fluorescent lights for 8 hours straight. Oh no. It's just practical. Broke besties. Such is the life of a slave labor. You know what I mean? Being broke while becoming part of a kin's community is hard, friend. I mean, that's not true. That is actually not true at all. What are you talking about? There's so many much more greedier VTubers that will like paywall everything. Like 90% of my content is already available, and the most that I do is just like early access stuff for most of it. What are you talking about? Not at all. That is crazy. Saying that about me, it is a crazy thing. Because that's like the least... You could have a lot of criticisms about me, calling me cringe, calling me whatever. But that's the one thing that you cannot do. You know what I mean? Trigger warning, maybe your wish list. You know, if you're reading dark romance. Fewer people, less noise. No pushy moms yelling at their kids. No manager breathing down my neck every 2 seconds. It's just me. The store, the occasional weirdo wandering in for a frozen pizza and a six-pack. Sure, the night brings the fair share of creeps. I've never had any real trouble. I just need whatever extra I can scrape together to survive. Yeah, it reminds me of like paper collages. The art style for this. The moment I moved out really hit like a brick to the face. Bills don't care if you're exhausted. Did I make the right choice? I don't know. But it's my life. Not the one they wanted me to have. A healthy dose of daddy issues, but you know, parent issues. I don't know. But yeah. Hey, Bruna. How you doing as well? Welcome. Come on. Yeah. Oh, because you have to pay all this shit? I mean, that's what I was saying. I shift a few more energy drink cans into place, making sure the labels all face forward. The floor is always cold here, even when the heater is on. My fingers brush against the cheap plastic of my name tag, and I glance down at it. Oh, it's my pleasure to serve you. My name is printed here. Kindred Spirit. Yeah, that's me, Kindred Spirit. That logo is still as ugly as yeah, it's kind of ugly. I sigh and straighten up, stretching my arms before heading towards the registers. Can't imagine what it feels like here. What? You know what I mean? It's hard being Canadian when support American creators. My money costs twice as much. I'm Brazilian. My money costs 6 times as much. I get you. That's actually why I tell people, like, hey, If you want to subscribe, if you can't subscribe, please do. Again, supports me, donors, right? But I never, ever, you won't catch me ever demanding donations. Unless it's like for a goal or something, and then even then I tell people if you want to. But you won't ever like catch me because I've been there. First of all, I'm Brazilian. Every Brazilian real that I get costs, every dollar that I get costs $6, 6 Brazilian reais. So if I want to buy something in dollars, I know it's expensive as shit because I have to pay 6 times as much, right? In the same vein, I've also lived paycheck to paycheck. I've lived in very rough situations when I was like kicked from home, right? And I know what it means to default on Spotify, dude. You know what I mean? It can be rough. So I know that $5 can make a difference at the end of the month. That's why I try to make my content as accessible as possible. It still does have like paywall stuff, because I got it right. Like people that like contribute on Patreon, they gotta get something in return, right? It doesn't feel fair. And I do give a lot of them. I try to make a lot of content. But I also try to make a lot of it. You know what I mean? Could you have a question? You read your webtoon shorts? Who's the cat killer with brown hair and shorts on YouTube? It's Nyla. It's my artist, my partner. That's Nyla. She doesn't show up on stream as much because she's kind of shy. But that is my partner. You know? And there's also like friends of mine as well. There's like a few VTuber and streamer friends that I collab with. But that's Nyla, if you haven't met her. You know what I mean? Yeah. I slide onto the stool behind the counter, tapping my fingers against the scanner before Lane accuses me of doing nothing. As a joke, of course. It's not really the best position to tell me anything. Smile as I pick up the little yellowish post-it stuck to the register. Ronnie Joe's the manager. Messy handwriting glares back at me. Restock the shelves. Lane asks where if I see them empty again. Clean the washrooms, check the security cameras every hours. We had complaints. Count the register before closing. No mistakes. I'm not gonna complain. They're easy tasks. These are easy tasks. They should keep me busy for a while. You know what I mean? There you go. I turn the piece of paper in my hand. Marriage is just legalized suffering, kids. Stay single. Ronnie Joe. That sounds like the most divorced dad kind of thing to say. He's like, my bitch wife took the kids, the half of the house, my bitch wife. Fucking boomer ass shit. I stopped to laugh at the sight of these hideous drawings. Ronnie Joe's still trying to design a new logo for the store. But the most important, no boxes checked yet. I glanced down towards the stock room. Partner's very lucky. Aw, thank you so much. So I love visiting my bestie in Mexico, but I love him, but I feel like a rich low. Says something about doing inventory in there, which basically means scrolling on his phone until someone yells at him. Yeah, there's no way he's cleaning the washrooms. And to top it all off, I notice the shelves are still half empty. I swear this guy is allergic to actual work. Hey, Lane? I called, putting the post-it back on the counter to make sure he'd have his eye on it when he came. Are you planning on helping me tonight, or? I hear a light laugh behind the door. I'm providing moral support. Fuck me, dude. I hate these kinds of guys. I sigh as I begin to count the register to make the task less arduous later. Kindred spirit. I suddenly hear through the walls. You talked to my sister lately? I pause, raising a brow. Why? His answer doesn't come immediately, as if he's thinking about it. Just like that. Just been in a weird mood. Just saw you the other day and you didn't say hi. Fingers drunk against the counter. Sure would have noticed. Maybe her mind is playing tricks on her. Maybe you're ignoring her. Oh. The soft whoosh of the automatic doors swinging open breaks our exchange. Make yourself useful and clean the toilets. I hear him gasp in exasperation. From where I am, I can't see the customer who's just entered. Besides, there's no point in making eye contact too soon. People get weird when they think you're too eager. I speak from experience.
Not all boomers law. My parents have been married for 50 years. Well, yeah, I know. But it's like a very boomer thing to be like hating marriage because of like, you know, victims of divorce court. I know there's like plenty of couples that have been together for many years. And of course, love is still around. You know what I mean? There's always been. I don't think there's ever a time that there hasn't been like loving couples, right? But this like, I hate my wife sentiment is very typically boomer, I think. In my opinion, to be fair. You know what I mean? I straightened up a little, noting in my head the account in the register. Finally hear the footsteps and then a man. Oh. Late 20s, maybe early 30s. Worn out hoodie, jeans. Nothing special. Alright, Kindred. Great. Greet, scan, take the money, and give the receipt. Good evening. I nod. Evening. Sets his basket on the counter. Nothing weird, just an absurd amount of the cheapest canned food we sell. I don't judge. Not exactly roddling cash either. Hey, Audie. How you doing as well? Welcome. But yeah. That and getting married too early in the relationship because of social pressure. I feel like that is true as well. I feel like a lot of the boomer sentiment of like, I hate my wife. It's because like they feel pressured to get married and start a family. So they just pick the first person that seems compatible and then like get stuck into like a really miserable relationship, which I feel like most people wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't get married. You know what I mean? Can you do a stream where you play COD, Call of Duty? I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. I would love to do it maybe as like a retro stream. You know what I mean? But not really like I don't really play Modern Warfare of any shooters, to be fair. I'm pretty bad at shooters to begin with. So unless the one that I have the most fun is just zombies, which I do have a PS3, so I could probably get like a you know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, cutie cax. How you doing as well? Hey, glad to have you here. Yeah, good. How about you? Just chilling. We're playing some indie novels. As usual, during the weeks, we tend to play a lot of indie games. And the full release for this one came out, I think, this month. So we're checking it out as well. This is a dark romance story with a sexy biker man. You know what I mean? You always work this late? I pause. It's not an unusual question. Some of the customers are trying to make small talk. I give my standard response. Yeah. Alright. It has to be said that I don't really make an effort to be sociable. I'll reach for the next item. Doesn't seem safe. I glance up. He's watching me as I force a polite smile. Well, somebody's gotta do it. Just a conversation. He leans his elbows on the counter. Way too close. A girl like you shouldn't be working alone at night. Not with everything that's been happening. Alright. Weird. Hey, French. How you doing as well? Made a new account? Hell yeah, glad to have you here, my friend. But COD was bad. It's low-key, not that bad. I haven't played the new one, so I'm not going to give my opinions on a game being good or bad. But I used to like zombies. You know what I mean? I used to like Black Ops 2 zombies, specifically. But, you know what I mean? You know how to speak Spanish? Yo comprendo un poco de español. Si quieres hablar, puedes hablar español. But yeah, I'm not really like a big shooter guy, so it's not really something that I play off stream, for example, Call of Duty or even Fortnite, to be fair. Although I think Fortnite is kind of fun. You can't have some fun playing Fortnite. He raises his brows. He thinks I'm stupid. The disappearances. You haven't heard? Disappearances. A weird chill creeps up my spine. Huh? Who? What? Do we want to engage this? Okay, I don't have much experience being a woman. How do you usually disengage these kinds of guys? Do you give like a short what, or do we just fucking ignore until he's gone? What do you guys usually say to get rid of creeps? Do you like anime? I mean, I'm a VTuber. Yes, I do enjoy anime. What do women usually say to turn down creeps without like being too confrontational? It's always the disappearances in these games. Well, it is dark romance, so you know, it is dark romance. It's like 10 p.m. My mom started vacuuming the fucking house. Jesus Christ. Ignore. Saying nothing tends to be the best call. I thought so too. Just wanted to check in. I don't say anything. I don't want to know. Not from him. This guy is already weird. If I question him, I don't really know how he might react. This kind of beeps as I just stay focused on my work. One kind of sad-looking suit down. 5 to go. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. He tilts his head, studying me like he's picturing something. I mean, if somebody wanted to take you, it'd be real easy. Fucking weirdo. What the fuck? Sounds like just a lot of gossip. Don't worry, sweetheart. I wouldn't let anything happen to you. I reluctantly reject the urge to throw the soup cans on his face. I mean it. If you're scared, you should just call someone. Or better yet, give me your number. Oof, kinda heavy-handed there, man. Kinda heavy-handed. Did you try buckshot roulette? I was one of the first ones. To try. Yeah, getting a lot of even if that wasn't like in this trope, like to be the creepy weirdo. Like, don't say those kinds of things. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That is crazy. Are you good at it? Nope. No. Not very good, my friend. Should try Dark Deception. Is a cool, scary game you might like. Oh, put it on my suggestions note. I'll definitely check it out. Small tip from my friends here. If a creepy person tells you a nasty joke or creep on you and makes a creepy content, ask them to explain it. Usually throws them off. It's quite embarrassing. I don't know if you want to do that. It seems kind of confrontational. Like, sure, if it's like a loser, that might like put them off. But if they're kind of unhinged, then you might take them off. I don't know if you want that. Just be careful. I don't think. It cuts me off with a smile. Come on, don't be shy. You'll feel safer knowing. You'll feel safer knowing you got someone looking out for you. I gotta give this guy. This guy is wearing like a shitty hoodie and being a creep. I gotta give him a Discord mod voice. Come on, don't be shy. You'll feel safer knowing you got someone looking out for you. I'm not really. You got a boyfriend? He asks, his tone flipping drastically. Someone looking after you. There it is. That moment when you realize the guy making small talk was never just making small talk. You know what I mean? That being said, I'll be the crazy lady who has physically broken up fights because the ADHD comes. It's kind of funny because, like, I find it funny because for a lot of dudes, we have so much anxiety of being this exact kind of guy. So, like, 99% of the dudes that are super chill, they'll never engage in these kind of, like, casual talk situation. I feel like nowadays it's becoming more, like, chill. Especially if you're in, like a hobby kind of situation with, like, a shared activity. But a lot of dudes will never strike random conversation with the fear of becoming this exact kind of guy. Which, it's irrational. Like, no dude would be like this if you're just kind of chilling. But it's the anxiety that comes in. You know what I mean? What does Loki kind of sound like the Joker? You don't like my Discord voice? Yes, kitten, come to call. Daddy wants to call you on Discord. Don't you like it? I don't know. Am I tripping? I think I sounded different before. It was like, yes. I don't know. Don't know about that. Okay. Hey, Boom. How you doing as well, my friend? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to have you here. We're playing a dark romance story. An indie game as well. You know. I like playing these indie games as well because it's very good, like, research on how people program these kinds of things. I don't answer. Another beep. Hey, Grim Reaper was here. Thank you so much for the sub as well, my friend. Thank you so much for your generosity. How you doing as well? Thank you so much. I do appreciate you can get some cool emotes. If you link your Discord as well, if you're subscribed on YouTube or Twitch, you can get exclusive roles which give you early access on Discord. Basically, I post everything that I'm planning on stream and stuff on Discord. So, this game a dark romance? Yes, it is. It is a dark romance. You sound like the Joker a little bit. I'm the Joker, baby. I never sleep back inside. I feel like if I were to do a cool voice, it would be a disservice to this character. I don't really give out my number to customers. I'm not just a customer, though. I'm the guy who's gonna keep you safe. You need somebody like me, sweetheart. You really do. He's still smiling, but there's something off in his eyes. Like he's waiting for me to say yes.
and he won't take no for an answer. Give me your number. He repeats, and this time there's no charm in his voice. Oh,
Creep. My Joker of choice would always be Meg Hamill, but I'm old. Oh, you know.
Oh, wait, I'm subscribed on YouTube. Where do I join the link? Socials, my friend. By the way, YouTube and Twitch subscriptions, memberships on YouTube and Twitch subscribers, they have the same benefits. So you can pick your favorite, and if you want the purple team, you can be the purple team. If you want the red team, you can be the red team. It's pretty much a one-to-one. I think YouTube is better to watch if you like watching on the TV, because I think the mobile app on Twitch is kind of bad. But whichever one you prefer, you can pick your favorite. You know what I mean?
But yeah, bet Lane is gonna save us. He's a useless guy. I don't think he will.
That's why I mean to be a more serious sketchback comedian who say, I know most are good men, but 1 in 10 men is a bad guy, and 9 will do nothing, might as well do not exist. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like if this is kind of a public situation, I feel like a lot of people, at least in Brazil, that's Brazil for you. But in Carnival, for example, it's like a very big tradition of like beating up dudes that are being handsy with women. But I don't know about the US. I don't know about other countries. I can only speak from my personal experiences. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you want to subscribe to all my socials, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, YouTube, all of my YouTubes, all of my socials, !socials. And you can find everything there. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hey, Zeus. How you doing as well? Well, yeah. I feel like here's the thing. I think it's a self-selecting process because, okay. Hear me. Okay. Serious talk. I get where a lot of women come from when they say like, oh man, like this kind of creepy behavior. I get it. I completely understand. I really do. But you gotta you can't fall for that one meme of the World War II where the surviving plane, like people were arming the wrong places because the surviving planes will only have like survivorship bias. I feel like it's kind of like the same situation, because the kind of dude that is confident enough to feel entitled to this kind of behavior, to demand a woman's number, to demand that they reciprocate their flirting behavior, is the kind of dude that is more likely to reach out. You know what I mean? In the same way that a dude that is like chill, that doesn't want to make like a girl uncomfortable in a random situation, will just not engage with this kind of behavior. So you don't count them because they won't do this. They just will be polite and then leave. You know what I mean? So you really, like, you got to keep in mind of like all the dudes that you know. And I don't mean like, of all the dudes that you know, do every single dude engage in this sort of behavior? Because if then, you just got to get better friends. I don't know, skill issue. You know what I mean? But that's also that kind of situation. The kind of dude that is confident enough, that is the kind of dude that is entitled enough. And it doesn't have to be a handsome guy, by the way. There's plenty of chopped dudes that engage in this kind of behavior. Will make most of the sample, because the dudes that are kind of chill and kind of shy and good to talk, respectful, they'll be kind of like, oh, I don't want to talk, like, I don't want to give them my number, or what the fuck, like, it's going to make them uncomfortable. So they're just not gonna. You know what I mean? That's why actually, especially nowadays, if you're like a girl and you have like a guy that you're kind of crushing, you have to be like less subtle about your green flags. Because even, like, I know that a lot of guys are very slow. I'm stupid as fuck. But I feel like even if a guy kind of thinks that you might be feeling him and like giving him like a green flag for him to come around, you really got to be like more obvious if you're a girl in this day and age. Because a good guy is probably going to be like, I don't know, I don't want to make her uncomfortable or anything like that. So you're just not going to show up to you. And then you're going to think, oh, all guys are jerks, because all the guys that are coming up to you is the kind of guys that feel entitled to this kind of behavior. You know what I mean? Anyway. Give him a fake number, refuse. Oof. I'm getting a crash course on like being a woman here. I don't know. Do we do a fake number? I think it might be less than Zamen, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with the fake number. And force a tight smile. Sure. I rattle out some random digits, my voice filled with fake confidence. His grin widens as he pulls out his phone. Smart girl. My blood runs cold. I notice that he's dialing the number. Oh shit. He's fucking testing it.
Oh. Pretty powerful, of course, isn't it?
Phone in his hand stays dark, and his smile instantly fades, twisted into something nastier. So he looks up. The easy charm disappeared like it was never there.
Really? A fake number?
Hands curled into fists under the counter. Sorry, I must have messed it up. I say quickly, forcing out a laugh. Long shift, you know. I know how did I apologize. He interrupts me before I could argue with my false excuse, his voice almost amused. I mean, I get it. You must get asked a lot of your number a lot of the time. Could have said no. Instead, it made me look like a fucking idiot.
Well, you are a fucking idiot, so the shoe fits, you know. Hey, Alina, how you doing as well? Are we absolutely going in the right direction? I don't know. I don't feel like there is a right direction. I feel like the only winning move here is not to play. I still feel out of Finn laugh, terrified of what might he do next. He keeps talking, something about how girls like me always think they're too good. Oh my god, it is a fucking incel. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is the kind of guy that is entitled enough to think like girls have to give him the time of the day. So he was the kind of guy that will show up. It's not that every guy is like this. Of course not. You know what I mean? But this is the kind of guy that will, you know, act like this and show up, you know, and demand this kind of expectation. I mean, maybe I need to learn some respect, but I barely hear him. My pulse is pounding on my ears. Just like when I think it's about to escalate, the door of the second room swings open with a loud crack. Well, what's all of this? Here's your boy. Hey, Lane. Fucking loser. Should have come sooner, you nerd. Also, do your job, you fucking lazy ass dude. But Sparky just sees at work. She can't leave. She has to be nice. That's what I also say, like, especially for service workers. You know what I mean? Especially for, like, service workers as well. Because they have to, like, treat you with a certain level of respect. The horror a dark romance game? I did say there was a dark romance. I did say it was a dark romance. But yeah. Find those girls, only one-on-one, and be a gentleman. I mean, you know. That's why I say, like, if you wanna look for, like, if you wanna flirt, basically. If you wanna flirt, aside from parties, because I get parties are not exactly also ideal for this kind of stuff, you need a common interest. That's why I recommend people go into, like, parks, go into like a hobby place, a place that you can, like, I don't know, like a LAN house that you can play some video games if you're a nerd, a library, you know what I mean, like maybe like a art studio, something that you guys have like a common interest. Because then you can engage into like small talk, you can get to know people better. I'm not saying you to go flirt there. That's not like a hunting ground. But you can make those kinds of connections. If you're talking to people like as service workers, it's just, you know what I mean? Unless they come down to you, then fucking wild, but you know. His eyes flick to the guy leaning over the counter, then me. Ah, you're making friends again, Kindred? Feel my eyes twitch, like trading one bad feeling for another. Hey, buddy, Lane says, clapping a hand on the guy's shoulder like they're old pals. Didn't anyone ever teach you not to crowd the pretty ladies? Customer's eyes snap to Lane, and then he takes a step back. We were just talking. Lane's grins get wider. Yeah, seemed like you were hitting on her. Feels so out of place in my own body, I can't even say a word. You got cash or what? The guy yanks down some bills from his pocket and then slaps them on the counter. Should teach her some manners. He mutters as he grabs his plastic bag and storms out. Yeah, I did the last one. Not to be arrested on 6 counts of voyeurism. That's crazy. That is wild. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because that's a wild comment. God damn. Okay. Crazy. Oh. Had a similar situation at the beginning of the month. Even with the good and bad ending, if you say so. It'd be how that be. The automatic doors is shut behind him, and for a second I just stand there, my whole body still coiled tight. Damn, you really know how to pick him. A lot of breath I didn't realize I was holding. Yeah, and then
nervously tearing the receipt. You're welcome, by the way. I blink at him. The words doesn't make sense. I did just save your ass.
No kiss for your hero.
He winks at me like it was all a joke. Didn't need your help. Oh, come on. You've been always playing hard to get.
What a fucking asshole, dude. I really dislike Jane. And I get that he's supposed to be like the more grounded kind of asshole-ish dude, but he's just coming off as lazy and fucking like cocky annoying. Not in the good kind of cocky like Silas.
God, I need a minute. Just a damn minute. The last thing I need is Lane's smug face sneering like he's my knight in shining armor. So I grab a clipboard and some inventory sheets, shove them at his chest, and then snack a box cut up from the counter. They're on the register. I tell him, already turning towards the back. He blinks. Hey, I was just kidding, Kindred. Yeah, I mutter without waiting for another answer. I see him with a sad pout in my peripheral vision. You look genuinely sorry. Still had this habit of talking before thinking.
I laugh about it because otherwise it'd be too much. I mean, you know, every bad situation, you get a funny story out of it. You know what I mean? Like when I got stuck in a car and like got like grounded, and the only reason why I wasn't like fucking kidnapped was because I was like in the middle of a plantation. That's a wild story. Yeah, it was scary at the time, but then I'm just laughing about it. You know what I mean? Humor is a good coping mechanism. That is it. And tell him it's a good boy. He's not playing cocky. He's just slim cocky. Nah, fucking annoying. I don't fuck with tsunderes. That's something that I've always kind of fucking hated. I don't fuck with tsunderes. It's just like, either say what you want or get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Hey, Raven.
The night is still young and there's work to be done. The store won't run itself after all.
I'm sorry, what? That's a true story, by the way. That's a real story.
So I quickly grabbed 2 boxes of instant noodles and held them at an aisle with a ramen shelf. You know, I open a box and start sucking the ramen with way more force than necessary. The sound of plastic crinkling and cardboard scraping feels almost cathartic after the message has happened. My hands are still shaking a little. At least I can take it out of the meso packets. God, the creep. My jaw clenches just thinking about it. A nerve he had to lecture me and then act like I owned him a fucking smile. Should have hit him. That would have been satisfying. Too bad I'm too busy trying not to get fired. I opened the second box and placed it on the shelf. I didn't even notice the footsteps at first. Too busy mentally composing a series of scathes and rinsos I should have used. But I feel something. Someone. A sensation on the back of my neck when somebody standing just a little too close. Slowly I glanced at the side. No.
That's a tall dude. That's a tall man.
There you go.
Bad if a guy approaches me, don't small talk, asking if I'm single. Being overwhelmed with the situation because it's never happened to me, admit I aren't taken. Dude starts heavily flirting. I mean, talking about children and marriage. That's crazy. I suppose it'd be how that be. You know, comes with being a woman, I suppose. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit. There's always like some weirdo that acts like that. Cause that's not like a normal dude behavior. You know what I mean? Like no normal dude starts a conversation talking about marriage. That's like to begin with. You know what I mean? That's already one step removed from being normal. So. You already do a posture check? Let me do it right now. Ooh. That was kind of loud. Ooh. There you go. Ooh. There you go. All right. I'm all back. Ooh, that was a crunchy one, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a crunchy pop. that was kind of crunchy, wasn't it? Anyway, a looming figure dressed entirely in black stands next to me. He seems to keep his distance, as if to maintain a self-imposed safe distance. He's huge, dressed in skin-tight black compression shirt that leaves zero room for imagination. He's lean but muscular, the kind of build that makes me think he could probably bench press me without breaking the sweat. His joggers are worn and a little frayed.
Not that draws my eye. It's a helmet. Sleek back motorcycle helmet with a complete opaque visor. No face, no expression, just a biker boy. Oh man, that's such a book talk game. It's not my kind of kink with like the biker helmet. I do admit it looks nice, but I'm not the kind of guy that like simps over biker boys. But it's so book talk coded, it's not even funny. You know what I mean? Hey, Zaja? Is that how you say your name? I hope I said your name right. How you doing? Watch some of your videos on YouTube. Happy to be here. Oh yeah. I mean, you can watch my streams on YouTube, but glad to have you here on Twitch as well, my friend. You can watch it whatever you want to. Hey, system. How you doing as well? Hey, yeah, welcome back. That's why you got away with this scripty shit for years. I don't know, especially if it's like a dude in a position of power. I think that's like kind of the worst thing, because if he's like the boss or like a manager or something, that's kind of where these guys don't get checked out. You know what I mean? Hey, Embry. Yeah, welcome. Empatia, salve. He's just holding out one for the ramen packs I just laid out. I blink at it, noticing the tattoos on the back of his hands. Then at him. He doesn't move. Oh. Alright, great. Another weird guy. If it sticks out a little bit in my throat, I reach out and take the ramen. Still waiting for him, but I don't know. Speak? You, need help with something? I continue, not exactly knowing what to do with this package. He hesitates, shifting his weight like he's trying to look more casual or something. Which is the best. His voice is deep and awkward, a little muffled by the helmet. Seems like an ordinary question. There's something distracted in his tone, as if it didn't really matter to him. Oh, it depends on what you look like, what you like. He doesn't answer right away, just stands there like he's really thinking hard about it. Just when I notice the shelf next to him, the ramen box I just opened seems to be dangling dangerously close to the edge. Before I can say something, it falls right on his shoulder. Oh boy. Noodle packets cascade down in an instant and the miso soup rolls right into my shoe. For a second, neither of us moves. We just stare. Then slowly the biker boy crouches down. Starts gathering the fallen ramen with this kind of quiet, awkward determination. I guess hoping it fixes it fast enough. Maybe I won't notice that it happened. It's helping. Without waiting, I crouch down and start gathering the scattered pockets and cups. As I settle on my knees, I finally get a clear look at him. Jeez. He's definitely big. Now that I'm close, the intimidation starts to slip away. Every so often, I catch myself glancing his way. The tattoos curling over the back of his hands. Also, the fact that this is so because he's attractive is kind of like slipping it a little bit. Because to all intents and purposes, this should be a dangerous dude. But you know, listen, people are biased. But for all intents and purposes, this person should be scared about this dude, especially after this engagement. You know what I mean? Hey, Rosie. Glad you got some friends. This was 20 years ago. Well, yeah, I suppose it was 20 years ago. Well, yeah. I don't know. For me, it does seem like you should be kind of afraid of this guy. At least a little bit, isn't it? I don't know. Is he nervous? His arm is riveted to the sides, but I can feel a gaze on him. On me. Maybe didn't expect me to help him. Sorry. What's someone like it hurts? Didn't mean to. Keeps his head down, as I'm twitching towards the helmet before it pulls it back. His panic is almost adorable. It's fine. I cut in quickly. Not sure why I feel the need to reassure him. Really, it happens all the time. Pretty privilege can be dangerous. It be how that be, innit? I just keep stacking the noodles in the little messy piles. We keep working in silence, but at one point, our hands reach for the same cup. Our fingers brush, and his hand jumps back like I electrocuted him. Sorry. He blurts out again, tucking his hand. Well, I try my best not to smile. It's kind of sweet. I don't want to make the situation any more embarrassing for him, so I pretend nothing's happened. No problem. He's a good scream, like a rid of attract attention. That is true. We finished the rest without another word. Sucking everything neatly back into the box. When I finally stand up, I tilt my head back again just to look at him properly. So what is these tattoos? These look like a bunch of stains from what I'm looking. Thanks. I say, brushing my hands on my apron. I didn't have to help. He pretends to scratch the back of his head, or his helmet. It's hard to say. Anyway, I decide to have mercy on him. So, pick up a pack of noodles from the box and turn it into my hands. I go for the spicy flavor. He nods. You're good at ramen. That's a sentence. That was adorably ridiculous. Couldn't help but a little laugh that escapes me. I do my best for the customers. I joke with a falsely cheerful face. A slight shift in his helmet towards me. A slight shift of his helmet towards me makes me think. Like maybe, just maybe, he likes hearing me laugh. But you checked out. He falls without a word, and I can feel his huge presence behind me.
Yeah, you should be kind of scared about him. You know what I mean? Yeah, little things look like an odd project. Well, I can't say. There is like a lot of tattoos that are kind of abstract. When we get to the registers, Lane is still there, leaning against the counter like with that lazy smirk. I notice his eyes flicker to the store security monitor first, then to the biker. Something in the expression shifts. Subtle, but I know him enough to notice it. Great. Oh, that guy was just here for ambience. Thought that guy was just here for ambience. The biker doesn't answer. They both just seem to be silently analyzing each other. Finally sets his spicy ramen on the counter and reaches into his pocket. He searches. Keeps searching. Awkward silence stretches as Lane's eyebrows lift. You, planning to pay for that, big guy? Should I grab a job application instead? Give him a patient snap. Take my turn behind the counter next to Lane. You're just a customer. Why are you being such an ass? I whisper quietly. Yeah, why are we defending him now? It should have just fucking leave. You know what I mean? Especially if we like just had like a bad situation with that guy. I feel like we shouldn't just like be super chummy to this random dude as well. We don't know him. Just because he's muscular and fucking tattooed. Is it that easy? Man, a lot of these dark romances stories really feel shallow when you start like asking questions. I'm suspending my disbelief, okay? He's the hot, sexy dude that random dude was just like a nobody with not even artwork, right? It's just that when you start asking questions, you start kind of realizing how a lot of these dark romances are kind of silly. Like the plot armor, pretty privilege is crazy. You know what I mean? I'm suspending my disbelief. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't notice. You know what I mean?
He blinks. His eyes still focus on the biker's visor. I'm just saying, guy doesn't even have money. Shoot him a look, but he doesn't pay attention. I'm pretty sure the biker heard that. Oh my god. Lane's being a dick again. I should really say something more. All I can think about right now is Ronnie Joe's voice screaming at us. You two are running this place into the ground. We're gonna lose customers. We're gonna lose stars. At this rate, we'll be lucky if we keep our pathetic stars ratings on the website. Maybe I saved us a little damage control. Finally, Biker Boy pulls out a crumpled bill and some coins, placing them on the counter. I don't even know I feel relief, but I do. Nice. Guess you won't have to clean the toilets in the back after all.
It can apply to a lot of romances, darker or otherwise. True. I suppose we can't really help our biases, right?
It's just kind of how that be. I draw Titans.
I mean, not to say that, you know what I mean? Pretty privilege is just kind of inevitable. It's just, what are you going to do, right? Pretty people look pretty. What are you going to do? People get treated better. Especially if you glue up after like growing up, you kind of realize this is just kind of how that be. Like people don't even do it like intentionally. It's just kind of how that be. You know what I mean?
I draw Titans. I open my mouth. Biker Boy beats me to it. Shame. Oh, the company's good. Might be worth it. I blink. Because, what? The biker I met not even half an hour ago could barely string a sentence together without sounding like he was about to pass out. Now he's... I glance at the two of them. Lane doesn't drop the smirk, but it's thinner now. Almost forced. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for your application, man. The biker ignores him. And I swear the temperature in the store drops. I sigh, taking the money before putting the ramen and the receipt in the transparent bag. Only because the two of them are too busy glaring daggers at each other. Even though Biker Boy doesn't have a face yet, I can feel it. Take care, I say, handing him the bag. to end their silent argument as quickly as possible. He says his helmet towards me and they shyly take the bag. Till next time, mademoiselle. Free is not expecting that foreign word. Before I can think of anything to say, he tilts his helmet to say goodbye, turns and walks away.
Challenge you made a challenge you made.
Dark ASMR dark romance, just an idea. I've made a few before. I've made a few ASMR dark romance.
You know what I mean? I've made a few before. Hey Rena,
how you doing as well? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like as well. Leaving likes helps us show up more on the front page, so if you can leave a like on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. If you're watching this either live or right now, if you're watching after the fact, you can always leave a comment as well. I always reply, because I know that a lot of people don't have the time zones to like make it into the live as they come in. So, you know, if you want to talk about something, just give a timestamp and we'll just leave a comment and I always reply. You know what I mean? But yeah, Lane watches the bike disappear into the night, still leaning against the counter. With a slow shake of his head, he lets out a slow chuckle. What a weirdo. I showed him a look. Really? That's the first thing out of his mouth? I mean, he kind of is a weirdo. He was just buying ramen. Nate snorts, finally turned his gaze to me. Right, buying ramen. After standing in an aisle like a malfunctioning NPC for 5 minutes. What the hell is he talking about? He taps the security monitor lazily, the glow of the screen reflecting into his gray eyes. Saw him on the cameras. It looked like he was hyping himself up to talk to you or something. It actually made me pause for a second. Was he? The idea of somebody like him hesitating to speak to me is kind of cute. But I'm not about to let Lane see that, so I smirk and tilt my head. Oh, are we actually doing your job Ronnie Joe told us to do? He grins, like he finds me so amusing. Hey, watching the camera counts as security. I take my responsibilities very seriously.
Sure.
Sure. This is like the kind of thing as well. Feels like, I don't know, I don't like the persona that he puts. Before I can even come up with a response, the sound of an automatic door is opening again cuts through the silence. Another customer. Lane clicks his tongue and with a dramatic stretch pushes off the counter. Alright, I'm clocking out this conversation. Grabs his phone and wanders off to the stockroom, probably to not do whatever Ronnie Joe assigned him tonight.
See, this is what I mean. Like, he's such an asshole. Like I get that he's supposed to be the lovable asshole, but he's not lovable. He's just an asshole. He's lazy. He doesn't even help us when we needed him. He just like keeps like glaring daggers at the guy. He's obviously kind of jealous because we were feeling him because he's pretty. Like, I get that we also kind of like, you know what I mean? Kind of have our biases as well, but at least we're trying. At least we're doing our best. Right now it's 90 outside. Yeah, it is. Wait, that's crazy. How much is that in Celsius?
Square my shoulders, forcing myself to focus on the next customer approach the register. There you go. The rest of the night drags on in the usual rhythm. Scanning, backing, counting change. Doing my job. Doing his job.
Fucking asshole. He's just clearly the jealous coworker who's gonna be a problem for the plot. I don't know. That's kind of the thing with like visual novels. Whenever there's an artwork, I'm already assuming they're like a love interest as well. So, you know what I mean? Whenever there's a character with an artwork, I'm already assuming he's gonna be like plot important or like a dateable. So, you know. Because if he was just an NPC, he would be like the silhouette guy. Also, he's conventionally attractive as well. So, yeah.
Step out of the mad dog convenience, letting the door shut behind me with a hollow thud. My shift is over, finally. Said with a quick bye to Lane before leaving. Didn't wait for a response. I don't think he even looked up from his phone. Whatever. 1 month for the night shift. I'm used to it now. The quiet, empty streets, the calm that used to send chills up my spine. My spice.
The quiet that used to send chills up my spice. Come on, guys. This is a final release. You're supposed to fix these kinds of English. We're just carrying a bag of pepper. You know what I mean? We're just carrying a bag of pepper and just sends chills over my oregano.
It doesn't anymore. First weeks, I'd hurry home. Like something was always behind me. My fear faded. I learned that the streets at 6 a.m. are just streets. Still, just because I'm used to it doesn't mean I'm careless. Pull out my phone as I walk, not to text anyone, just to look busy.
People are less likely to bother you if you look preoccupied. It's stupid, but most of the time it works. That would not work in Brazil. Pulling out your phone at the middle of the night, you're begging to be mugged if you do that in Brazil. Like, what the fuck? My spices, not my chili powder. Listen, it's an indie game. It's an indie game. We get it. We don't make fun of indie games. It's cringe, especially because it's usually a small team. But English mistakes, like, come on. You could have played it back before, like, posting it. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. But, yeah, pulling out your phone in the middle of the night like this, you're just begging to be mugged in Brazil. I also love the iPhone. That's the good generation of iPhones. That's when it was good. You know? Kids these days don't even know what an iPod is. Do you know what an iPod is? Back in my day, we used to fight for 16 gigs. That was crazy expensive. You had to choose if you wanted your favorite My Chemical Romance album or the intro to Shrek. I can't be doing those kinds of voices because it hurts my throat. If you had to choose if you wanted My Chemical Romance, you know what I mean? Like, what was it? Nirvana or some like stupid like cut from a movie that you could watch. Because 16 gigs wasn't enough to put the whole movie unless you compress it like crazy. You know what I mean? My Wi-Fi was also kind of ass too. That back in this day, this was the golden age of like Fruit Ninja, you know, Plants vs. Zombies. Before it was full of ads as well, you know what I mean? I'm the Walkman generation. I mean, I had a Walkman as well. No, I was kind of poor as well when I was younger. My mom had me when she was 23. She wasn't exactly rolling in money. I had to live with my grandma for the most part, so. You know what I mean? The only reason why I have such a familiar knowledge with like VHS is because we were fucking broke to have DVDs. Also, back in the day, like, since I live in Brazil, it used to take some years for technology to come from the US to Brazil and become normalized. So, nowadays, everything is global, right? But, you know, the times you had to connect the internet through your land phone. Oh, no, that's not iPhone generation. That is like 90s. 90s, very early 2000s. The dial-up connection. Remember iPods, but I never had one. I never had an iPod. The first like proper smartphone that I had was an iPhone 3, and that was like as soon as it come out. That was like the most expensive thing I ever gotten as a kid, cause iPods were too expensive, dude. That was not the kind of money that you give to a kid, especially not a young one, because they would just break it. You know what I mean? At least in Brazil. Like, I don't know. The US is kind of cheaper to buy, but you know what I mean? Notifications. One missed messenger. Huh? Stop walking for half a second. Opening the message. Mad Dog Convenience. Customer service. You have one red notification regarding your employee account. Customer feedback message? Oh no. Ronnie Joe barely knows how to turn the office computer. Guess he figured out without telling us. Maybe the system is for employee engagement or something. So I was ranting about how the store's rating is slipping. I always told Lane we're going to lose stars because of his laziness. And if Ronnie Joe sees that, we're both dead. I clicked on the link without even thinking. It's gonna be... Wait. maddogconvenience.com. I don't know if that's like a fake email. I would never like click like... That seems like a phishing scam. Takes me straight to the convenience store website. The review page. The ugly dog logo glares at me, but my eyes go straight to the star rating at the top. Oh? Great late night service, staff was helpful and quick. We'll come back, store's clean, shelves were a little empty, but the cashier was very handsome. 4 stars. 4 hours. I breathe out a sigh of relief. Okay, we're safe. Never had electronics growing up. I spent my days playing outside, playing with toys when I was younger. That's good. That's the good life. I finally make it home after a few minutes. As I slip the key into my door, I notice the silver light of the glowing under the door next to mine. Amelia's place. Of course, she's already up. Or maybe she's still up. Hard to know with her. While we're getting ready to work, meanwhile I'm coming back from it. We really are living opposite lives, don't we? Or maybe not. I push my door open and the familiar scent of strawberry candle welcomes me.
I flicked the lights on. The room exactly as depressing as I left it. Like, that's like bright as hell. There's a small one-bedroom living room, a bathroom, and a tiny kitchen. I toss my bag on the couch and kick off my shoes. My stomach growls loudly. Right, food first. I head to the kitchen. The cabinet creaks as I open it, as I start rummaging through the half-empty shelves until my fingers close around a familiar crinkly packet. Ramen. The exact same kind the biker boy took earlier. I pause for a second, staring down the red packaging. We both like spicy ramen. Can't help but think about him for it while I fill the kettle and set it on the stoves. Can tell it's an Asian game. North American convenience stores don't give a fuck about ratings. I don't know about that. I can't really tell. Everything now is so generic anyway. You know what I mean? This really could be anywhere. The helmet was one thing. It's not unusual. Bikers keep them all the time. But it wasn't just that. It was the way his fingers twitched like he didn't even know what to do with them. The fact he didn't talk much. And when he did, it was always short. Like every word scraped against something raw. I wonder why. I know, it's called pretty privilege, because he was just as creepy as the other guy. He was even like staring at her from a distance before like talking to her. Like, remove that context from remove that from the hot, sexy biker boy. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a dude staring at you from the corridor, and then he goes like tries to talk to you, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of shy. Come on. That would be just as creepy as the incel looking dude that was like the first one. The entitled incel dude. Listen, chemistry is a thing, right? Everybody has chemistry and we all have like preferences. I'm not going to say like act here like I'm morally superior or anything. You know what I mean? Everybody is biased in their own ways. We all are. Like, it's impossible to not be. Right? But it's just kind of funny how the story is playing out. Like, they weren't just both creepy. Like, you could have had him, like, open up to her. You could have had her, like, think of him as creepy. He just, like, backs off. And then he comes again and again. And then, like, at least, like, a second day, she notices that he... Especially right after that engagement with the incel-looking dude. Like, she would be more defensive towards a stranger. You know what I mean? If you hadn't worn the helmet, it would have been so creepy. Yeah, but I think there's the allure of the dark romance. Not seeing the face is the allure of the story. You know what I mean? You didn't have to remove the helmet, because I get this is like dark romance as an allure to being a biker. And like having the face be covered. Right? But like, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? Again, I'm suspending my disbelief. You know what I mean? I'm like, sure, he's very shy, very cute. The sexy, tall man with like a biker. You know what I mean? It's that 1A charming. It's literally that 1A charming. Listen. Shut up, chat. We're being way too rational to a dark romance yandere novel, okay? This is not, rationality is out of the window. We're just kind of vibing here. If you want realism, go watch a documentary. Don't come read a dark romance love yandere story. That's not realistic. It's like when people ask me like, "Oh, Silas's relationship isn't realistic." No, if you want realism, go watch a documentary. Go watch the news. Don't play these kinds of video games. I'm here to live out my little fantasies. Or just enjoy a nice story. You know? You know what I mean? That is crazy. By the way, give me a moment, chat. There you go. What was that? I heard a ping. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. I wonder why. There's just one pack of ramen. As if it was making a late light grocery run. Why bother with something so small? I let my thoughts wander for a moment as I finished cooking. Well, because he wanted just an excuse to talk to us. He doesn't care about the ramen. Duh. And the first bite of the noodles brings me right back to earlier. I've been so awkward, I almost felt bad for him. I smiled a little, mumbling the way the ramen box collapsed on him. The way he froze on me like he couldn't really believe what happened. That's a monster fucker. It can't be the real thing. If I want a realism, I'll get the real thing.
Just the same guy. He just went outside and put on a biker helmet. I don't know. Clumsy guy. I whisper while twiddling the noodles around my chopsticks. It was so weird. The kind of guy you'd expect to be one causing the mess, not awkwardly helping clean it. God, I should have helped him more, shouldn't I? At least I didn't leave him completely stranded. He was so weirdly quiet. It was hard to tell if he was in Paris or just like that. I shake my head, pushing those thoughts aside. Maybe I'm just starved for any kind of positive interaction, especially after the last few days. It's like I'm going to see him again, right? I wonder what foreshadowing is a narrative device where you say something and then you say it again later. Kills me to admit, but tonight Lane actually helped. And that creep wouldn't stop for my number. Can't pretend I wasn't relieved when he stepped in. It was a total pain in him most of the time, but at least in that moment he had my back. Maybe I've been too hard with him lately. Maybe not. Sun rays are almost streaming through the blinds. I scraped the last few noodles from the bottom of the bowl and slurped them down. Then I dumped my bowl into the sink with a clatter, deciding the dishes can wait until tomorrow. You want a real romance? Go out into the real world and talk to a person. And Silas is not real. Exactly. Silas is not real, but doesn't mean you can enjoy it. Doesn't mean you can't have a relationship. I see some people like get jealous of like, you know what I mean? Like people like having like dating sims, and I'm just like, do you get jealous when people watch like a romance movie? It's like, it's not real, bro. It's not real. Pilot's already waiting for me. Sad little mountain of neglect. No worries, future me will handle it. Wipe my hands on a towel and glance around the apartment. The living room was only a few steps away. The sofa looks comfortable, but my eyes keep drifting to the bedroom door. I stand there, wedged between the pull of the sofa and the soft cushions of my bed. My body's heavy with exhaustion, but my mind is still reeling, still entangled in the strange events of the night. We can watch a little bit of TV. You know what I mean? The new nature show by Ryan Reynolds. Yes, please. The couch creaks as I flop down, remote in hand. My body's screaming for sleep and my brain's still wired from the shift. Just needed something mindless to wind down. Something to drown out the leftover stress and the weirdly vibe that hasn't left me. Scroll through the channels until I come across the morning news channel. I already still have no leads on the recent strings of disappearances that have left the community on edge. I pause my fingers tightly around the remote. Identified as a 29-year-old Chester Hensley was reported missing 2 days ago. His body was discovered in an alley downtown early this morning. Authority confirmed the victim showed extensive signs of trauma, including severe lacerations, and the screen cuts to the crime scene. The image is blurry. Pixelation what I assume is the worst spots, but it's not enough. I see the shape of an arm bent the wrong way, the red marks quietly hidden behind the pixels. I swallow hard, my stomach twisting violently. Damn it, all that blood. Oh? I love playing Love in Deep Space, it's fun. I already have my epic love story. My late hubby was the best. Hell yeah. I mean, like I said before, me and Nyla were both bisexual, so, you know what I mean? Like, usually when we have that, we just judge on each other's tastes. But it's just a game, you know what I mean? Like, the limit that I tell people is not to be parasocial. Like, there was a moment, for example, where people, like, sent in, like, hate to, like, anybody that was, like, poking fun at people, like, people's love interests on Twitter or something. Which is, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that, like, you have to like it or, like, enjoy it. If somebody's, like, teasing your favorite character, like, or making a joke about it. But they're not a real person. You know what I mean? Like, they can't get offended or anything like that. So, sending hate to a real person in the name of, like, an anime boy is kind of crazy. But anyway, it's a little side tangent. There you go. I guess literally got jealous of their RP they were writing. We started dating and suddenly didn't want to do any self-shipping. That is crazy. Yeah. I don't have much money to spare. I wasted on a bus ride. It turns out to be nothing, or even worse off. Can't afford to just throw it away. I bit my lip, eyes focused on the floor. Guess I'll just wait until tomorrow. There's no point in stressing over it right now. I'll figure it out then. With body found this month, police have yet to confirm whether these murders are connected to the growing number of missing person cases.
but still suggest. Force myself to look back to the TV, but the scene's already shifted. The news anchor is back, smiling like she didn't talk about the atrocities. Coming up next, local business owners fight against rising rent. Eventually I can't take it anymore. Sigh deeply, trying to push the images away as I reach for the remote and turn off the TV. Stop peeling off my work clothes and toss them on the chair, not bothering to fold them. Toxic fans are scary? It's kinda how that be. The second I hit the mattress, my body feel like it's sinking. My limbs are heavy and my eyelids even heavier. I don't even think I pulled the covers over me. Try to fall asleep and my brain refuses to shut off. The events of the night replay in my head. The creepy customer, the awkward encounter with the biker boy, the way he called me, Mademoiselle. Who even says that in this country? I roll over, bury my face in the pillow. Maybe it was supposed to be charming? Maybe I thought it made him sound mysterious or something. Maybe he's just weird. It's probably it. He is weird. Can't help but smile a little. The language of love, huh? Why not? If that's what it passes for romance in my life, I'll take it. Fight against the rising rents. Is this set in Vancouver? It could be anywhere. That's what I was saying. Like, it could be literally anywhere. Like some people say, like, oh, this might be like an Asian country because of the chopsticks and the culture of the caring about their random opinions. But this literally could be anywhere. It's like a nondescript place. My eyelids grow heavier. The thoughts that start to blur along with the sounds of Amelia's heels. She's finally heading to work. Amelia? I exhale slowly, already half asleep. It's a routine at this point. She leaves when I come back, I leave when she comes back. That's just how it is. Except this time she stops. Right outside my door. I don't open my eyes, but I feel it. She's standing there, thinking about knocking. If I don't call out, I'm too tired, so I just wait. A few seconds later, footsteps start again, and the sound fades. Amelia's gone. Rising rent everywhere. That is true as well. That is true. French, ramen, tattoos, helmet, biker boy, love. Be a lot of Lenzos are only allowed to break even, not profit. I'm in favor of making rent illegal. The only kind of rent that I think should be allowed is rent for businesses. Because businesses do have like a reason to rent, right? Or unless you have like certain like designated hotels that are just like meant to be rented for like a month. You know what I mean? Because there's no good reason to argue that renters should exist, aside from just like it's just how things are. It just makes the situation worse for everybody. You know what I mean? She has a creepy roommate. No. They're a neighbor, and they aren't creepy. We haven't talked about them. All right, shift 2. This was so far was just a demo. Now it's the actual game itself. So everything here from here forward is new. Because we have played this game before, but we played the demo. Right now, we're actually going to play the full game. So this is the second part. You hear a slow drip. Then another. Then another. Something cold and red is running down the walls of your memory. Oh? Are you having a nightmare? October 2009. Okay. Okay, that's very colorful. Oh, and bright as well. Jesus Christ. The cafe is half empty, just the way we like it. Too late for the lunch crowd. Too early for the dinner rush. Soft golden light spills across from the tile floors, catching in the steam currently from the coffee cups. Conversations rip from nearby tables. Laughter, clinking spoons. Students arguing over a mathematical formula. A couple leans close by a window. Toddler squeals somewhere in the back. Just the kind of place where time doesn't feel so heavy. And things are warm, bright, and real. When's this been to be a group effort? Needed to keep the house up, repairs, renovations, and not feel somebody's wallet. Exactly. Oh. Wait, there's a female girl as well? Okay. Millie sits across from me. Legs crossed, phone face down, perfect nail polish and red hair down. Okay. It's giving kind of like streetwear, but I dig it. I like the vibe. She's scrolling through her drink menu, and personally I offered it. It personally offended her. Why do cafes always name things like this? God, look at these names. Naked Sunset, Choke Me Gently? What the fuck kind of cafe is this? You ordering drinks or writing erotica? I mean, it's a dark romance story. Calm down, Amelia. Raise an eyebrow, skimming the menu. There's one called Sinner's Milk. What even is that? Whatever it is, probably disgusting. I laugh. You totally order it, though. Please, Angel. I have standards. More of a heartbreak martini gal. Something bitter with a tiny umbrella. She winks at me before a waitress swings by. Notepad at ready. What can I get you today, ladies? Greet her in turn and dive straight into the little pieces of cardboard in Brand's colors. After incessant hesitations that nearly scared the waitress away, Amelia finally settled on the most basic thing a girl could order. Cold coffee. She raised a brow at me. Your move. Menu's long and for a small cafe. Everything feels too sweet or too much. I hesitate. And he waits. The lips already half curved. Ready for whatever I say. Oh. Something else? Hot chocolate or blueberry milkshake? Well, you can't really go wrong with a hot chocolate, can you? I'll have a hot chocolate. The waitress nods and moves on. Catch Amelia's eyes over the table. She leans in a little. Hot chocolate. The smile is sly. Not a comfort drink, or are you planning to seduce me with someone with some marshmallows? Sorry for not ordering the cold black motor oil like you. Yeah, I think coffee is way too bitter for me. Coffee is... I'm very weak with bitter stuff. It just like hits extra hot. It's always been like this. You know what I mean? I'm sad back and I said, oh, what happened, Rena? Oh, I'm sure you'll feel less sad in a little bit. You know what I mean? I was renting my condo now in a different city. We kept it super low market value. I'm not saying you have to be like, you have to like make it for super cheap, right? Like if you're gonna rent something, it should be like, I feel like it should be like a set amount of like, depending on the property value. Cause that way you can't really like underprice anything, but you also can't really like, you know what I mean? And it's gotta be like established for like areas. So like, oh, the city demands this, like, it can't go any higher than this, it can't go any lower than this, and it's just like set on an average. You know what I mean? Hey, Vampire, how you doing as well? Let me have a headache. Well, get yourself something to drink as well. If you have a headache, the first thing you should do is always drink water. Because chances are, if you haven't drank in a little bit, you are going to be having headaches. The second thing you should do if you're having constant headaches, aside from like being sick, of course, if you're only having like once or twice, then it's not constant, is you gotta have some days that you're just not having as much caffeine. Because caffeine is addictive and you build a tolerance to it. So if you don't break away from the caffeine, you keep raising the amount. And either you have a heart attack or you just like keep having constant headaches. So you gotta have like a day of the week that you just take very little to none, to no caffeine. I know the first time is gonna have a huge headache. It's gonna, because you already like conditioned yourself to take that. But if you don't, then you're just leading yourself to worse cases. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're gonna do certain percentage of renters, in my opinion. I also think that is a good one. Although to be fair, I'm not like an economist, so there's smarter people that could probably think of like a more fair system. You know what I mean? But I really think the way that it is right now should be illegal. Just finished watching UTC. I mean, I don't know who that is, but sure. Glad to have you here, my friend. This is neurodivergent. Caffeine doesn't work on you in the first place. I don't know if that's real. You know what I mean? Used to get them the second of the month. It's coming to get them. Yeah, that's also true. I can't help you with that one. I don't have a uterus. You know what I mean? Can get headaches and squinting or even notice. That's true as well. Ouch. You're not just an adult yet, Angel. She plays with the edge of her phone, then adds, it's just a very gentle choice. Didn't think you were the gentle type. I shrug. I'm not. But I don't need caffeine to prove I'm bitter. It earns a full smile from that. Amused, maybe even impressed. God, you're more fun when every time we talk. It earns a grin from me. I get that a lot. We settle back in silence for a second. The world blurring around us. So, how was it? I snort. Honestly, not as terrible as it sounds. That's a first. I mean, whatever. Just the minimum wage, but night shifts pay extra, so kinda worth it. I need the money. I mean, we seem kind of bitter by nature. Like, we seem to be kind of like bitter people, but... You know what I mean? Headaches running my genetics? I get headaches. Yeah, whenever the weather changes. Oh, this is the neighbor? Yes, this is our neighbor, Amelia. Any hot co-workers? Knew she was gonna ask something like that. I stare at her. Why is that your first question? Because I'm bored. I need to live through you. Now answer. Well, there is a co-worker, I admit. She raised an eyebrow. Her long nails tapping her skin as to say, tell me more. Go on. He's kind of useless, honestly. Just leans on the counter, talks and flirts with the customers, then leaves. Then disappears when it's time to clean anything. She groans immediately. Ugh, I hate men like that. I laugh. I figured you would. No, like seriously. I have 5 more of them at my job. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like. He's not even a lovable asshole, he's just an asshole. Also, I can totally tell. Dude, these kinds of like... It's like the manhwa eyes. Like the really long, thin eyes. This is the new like Tumblr. This is the new Tumblr art style. I'm not saying this is a Tumblr art style. I'm saying this is the new gen version of the Tumblr art style that was like 2014, 2010s. Like how everybody on Tumblr used to draw characters. Especially the Doctor Who franchise. This is that, but for the new gens. Every single, like whenever there's a default art style for these kind of things, it's always the long, the manhwa style with the long nails and the thin chin. Very Korean as well, I think. Right? Next week is summer break. Well, hope you enjoy it to the fullest. Melia's the hot biker boy. Melia's not the hot biker boy, guys. You're so right. I kind of noticed that too. I couldn't trace it back. Yeah, it's the manhwa style. It's the manhwa style. It's the new Tumblr style. Where, you know, like the new gens love it. I mean, I find it's pretty as well. It's very interesting. But it's always this like... here's the thing. Here's what I always like notice. It's this kind of curve with the droopy eyes with the curve and the long eyebrows. Sometimes usually coupled with like a thin chin. Because thin chin, small mouth is like a very Korean kind of pretty. And then the rest of it can be whatever. The rest of the style. Anyway. 50-50, I'm ready to go to work, but not ready to go back to work. Stick around as much as you can, my friend. Your company is very much appreciated, you know? The moment a girl takes a break, suddenly it's a problem. Like, shut the fuck up, Lawson. You really just spent 20 minutes talking about your protein powder. I laugh louder. Lawson. Boring. There's something magnetic about Melia when she's like this. Something a little terrifying, but honestly, in a way most people aren't. Amelia, oh my god. I hate them. She says that's serious now. I hate a society that lets them exist. The average Giselle and still get praised for breathing. Not all guys are like that, but I don't know if I want to be like... Feels kind of pick me saying this right now, but I was being devil's advocate before, so I'm gonna play the same card. I was being devil's advocate before, so I'm gonna be consistent. I can't let her say that. Don't be like that. Some of them suck, but not all bad. She exhales like physically pains her. Yeah, okay. Some of them are tolerable. The ratio is disappointing. I laugh. Kind of. Of course she's not done. Not all bad, she repeats. That's how it starts. Next thing you know, you're defending your boyfriend for ghosting you because he's just going through stuff. Okay, no, that's very specific. No, I feel like...
Dude. This is something that I've been noticing. Something that I've been noticing, right? Is when I've seen this a lot on TikTok. When somebody is like, what about this very specific scenario? This hypothetically very specific scenario about me, of my boyfriend, a hypothetical boy. Imagine a case about a hypothetical boyfriend, Dane, that ghosted me back in 2009, and that bitch, Jessica, that cheated on me. You know what I mean? And it's like, they keep talking. Imagine that hypothetical. And I'm just like, bro, that's way too specific. I feel like you're just... That's way too specific to not be personal. I feel like that's that's a personal experience. I feel like that's a you thing, you know what I mean? I feel like that might be a you thing. You've definitely seen those posts before. You've definitely seen those posts online about somebody projecting super hard about like something very specifically. You know what I mean? And you're just like, nah, bro, I feel like that's just a you thing. That is crazy. Can't help but laugh. Honestly, it sounds like a true story. That's what I was saying. I'm not saying that. I say while throwing my hands in the air. I just think some people are raised differently. She looks at me with pity, a little bit of concern. You're so lucky you're cute. Why? 'Cause I would bully you if I didn't like you. I groan. She tosses a crumpled napkin, landing it right in my forehead. She laughs. How picky you are. Wonder why you do even look for it in a man. I look away. I feel like she's just. Wait, is she a love? Wait, I'm a fucking dumbass. Is she a love interest? She might just be a lesbian. Wait. Is she a love interest? Because she might just be like a lesbian, and we're just fucking dense as shit. Duh. that makes a lot of sense. To be fair, that makes a lot of sense. To be fair, she might just be like a, you know what I mean? Not gonna lie. Again, very specifically a you kind of thing. So I think she just might like women. You know what I mean? Because you're hating, like when you're hating too much on man, you're like, but I love women. Women are great. Women are sexy. I'm just like, maybe you just like women. Like, that's fine. It's 2025. If there was ever a time to be gay, like. Still laughing when she says it. To be fair, coworker's not the worst. Like, it'd be annoying, but in that dumb way where you almost laugh even though you're mad. Sometimes I can't tell if I want to strangle him or not. Sounds familiar. No, that doesn't. No. We are not making that comparison to Lane. We are not making that comparison to Lane. Lane is not the lovable asshole. At least not right now. He could change, but he's not that right now. Absolutely not. We are not making that comparison for Lane. Boys. She hears me chuckle. Her voice softens right away. You seem good there. Like it suits you. Yeah, I kind of like it. Good. Enjoy it while you can. Night shifts do something to your brain eventually. Oh? We keep talking. About nothing. About everything. Her voice is full of life. Her eyes are clear. There's a rhythm to her. Like a song played 100 times, but still couldn't help but dance into. It was easy with Amelia. It always was. Until it wasn't. But that part hadn't happened yet. Oh? Oh, did we fight? Wait, did she actually like me and we're just fucking dense as shit? That might be the case. Usually use my floor as a desk. You stop using my floor as a shelf. Oh. It was just a rain. Oh? Oh. That's kind of loud. November 2009. The sound of my ringtone yanks me out of a sleep like a punch. I groan, fumbling around the sheets until my fingers finally close around my phone. Turn off the alarm. Oh, so 2009? Wait. 2009? iPhone release date. 2007? Really? Wait, really? Oh.
kind of earlier than I thought it was. I thought iPhones were like 2010. I suppose. Uh-oh, foreshadowing. The screen's too bright. Time is even worse. 8:44 p.m. Great. On a productive day of doing absolutely nothing. It's not my fault. I'm a night owl. This lifestyle perfectly suits me. I stretch my bones cracking like firewood. Another little spelling mistake. Come on, fix those. Come on. I collapse back into the sweet smell of laundry at my feet. Outside, the rain taps against the glass. Almost like a soundtrack for staying in bed forever. God, I'm tired. Tonight's going to be brutal. Another night shift at MacDog Convenience. Another night of customers that think my name tag means I owe them a smile. No choice, though. Gotta make rent somehow. I roll onto the side of lazy freak for my phone, just to give my brain something small and stupid to focus on. Notifications light up the screen. 2 missed messages from Lane? I blink at him. My thumb hovering over the screen. He messaged me last night. Guess I didn't hear it over the TV. I skimmed the previews without opening them. What the fuck? Let out a quiet snore. Classic Lane. I couldn't reply. I could pretend that I never saw it. I don't know about that one. He didn't really sell me, and I don't know. He didn't really sell me as a lovable asshole. I'm gonna save here. I'm not gonna reply. I snored and tossed the phone onto the mattress beside me. Just laying. I'll see him in a few hours anyway. If it's really that urgent, he can come say it to my face. Not half buried into a 7 a.m. message stuff with emojis I didn't ask for. Yeah, Lane is not a lovable asshole. He's not. He doesn't get the benefits. Like, it's always like this with him. The kind of guy who calls you his favorite coworker doesn't lift a finger when there's a spill in aisle 2. Half charming, half trash too. No. I feel like he's just a pretty guy. He's carrying a lot of the weight there, because I sigh. Somehow you stop noticing the difference after enough hours together behind the creamy counter. You always end up forgiving him, noticing when he did screw up something. Finally sit up, letting the cool air wrap around me as the rain drums against the window. The floor is cold enough to make me hiss. The apartment is freezing. Probably because I still haven't figured out how to work the ancient heater. But it's fine. I like the cold. Fingers get caught in the hair as I rub my face to wake me up. A tangled mass that perfectly fits my mood. Grab my hoodie from the floor and tug on it. Maybe I should get moving. Shift starts soon. Hey, Sharky, going so soon? Oh, my friend. Hope you come around after. Leave my room, tidy up the bed. We should tidy up the bed. It looks no cleaner. At least you tried. You have work to do. Do we have anything else? Look at the buildings. Look at the sky. Okay. Okay, nothing special. Okay, I guess. Wait, is it gonna be the moment that I look to the window and there's gonna be like somebody there? That's crazy. Is there any other things that I can choose? Not really. I think these are just the 2 things. Alright. Enter my room. Can go back. Wait, can I? I guess I can. It's a little menu, I guess. Got the living room. Oh yeah, we should probably do the things. We're a gift to yourself when you got the job, something new for a fresh start. The right occasion never came. You hung there ever since, untouched. What else do I got? Old TV. Definitely shouldn't watch the TV. Otherwise we're gonna be late. Oh, not this. There you go. Post-it note. Mad Dog said they need somebody else for the night shifts. Told them you're reliable. Here's the number. Don't forget. Okay. Name tag. Oh, that was kind of loud. Yeah, we should probably wash the sinks as well.
No, do it today. No, today. Do it today. See, this is kind of... open the drawer. Oh, there's a knife here. The drawer has always been its home. From the first shift of Mad Dog. Okay, there's a receipt. Matchsticks. Fortune cookie. Mad dogs bark at night. Are you listening? Okay. That sushi place. Alright, there's some stuff here. Alright, got a drawer, got a post-it. Anything else? Doesn't seem like it, no? Doesn't seem like it, no. Okay. Go back. How do I leave? Hold TV. Emergency National, yada yada, nothing special. Okay, is there anything else? Can I leave? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, fallen items. Outside I was just spot an umbrella. Partially covered by some books and other things. Do we gotta grab the umbrella? I don't know. Fallen items. Still nothing here. Okay. I guess. How do I leave? Okay. There you go. Somebody got snatched. Lazy MC. I suppose it is kind of a little bit lazy. What are you gonna do? What is the thing? It would have been good, like if the background is like this saturated as well, like a little like advice. If you're gonna make the background this oh, there you go, bathroom. Yeah, make the menu stand out if you can click or something. At least like once you cross the mouse, like make it more obvious. Because like I just have to like keep scrolling the mouse through the screen to see like what is like. I suppose that is a choice. I don't know. Also, that looks so sus. That does not look like a... That is a huge ass fucking lipstick. What the fuck? It's like the size of a hand. That is not a lipstick. That's a fucking... That is crazy. That is not a lipstick. That is crazy. Alright, bro. Smile. Shower. Hey, just stand there, shower. Need a real shower. Cabinet. Nothing there. Anything else? Go back. Just scrolling my mouse, see if there's anything else. I'm really not putting a lipstick? I thought. I suppose. Okay, there's nothing else. Now we can go to work. Alright. Think I can go now. Continue to work? Alright, continue to work. 9:24 p.m.? Not late yet. Close enough that my heart's already doing that annoying little panic flutter. Step on my sneakers by the door. My hoodie is already zip up. Work shift is wrinkled, but I'll pass. Getting dressed at home is just easier. One less thing to clear under the bus of the stockroom light. And we don't even have a break room. These guys just change and leave, no questions. For me, it's a balancing act. Don't look too done up or too sloppy. Like they're all waiting for me to mess up. There's a bit of separation from the menus and items. Either make it like more... I'm not saying you have to make it because you don't want to make it like super obvious as well, all your options. But make it less... you know what I mean? Even more of an indicator, because otherwise you just have to be like this with the mouse, like scrolling around, seeing anything, you know what I mean? Anyway. I feel like Kindred gets so annoyed with me in real life because I always put out a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm not saying that I don't do that as well. I do that too. I have a lot of... I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 Coke bottles. I mean, here. But, you know what I mean? I always make sure to clean them up after. I don't usually let them stack up too much. Not saying I'm the best at this, but it's good for your mental health too. Or like, you can keep like a certain level of mess if it's like a comfortable space. But you shouldn't keep trash around too much because it's like the broken window theory, where if you just have a lot of trash around, it just like brings down your mental health. You know what I mean? Because then you like, oh, I'm always do it later. I'm always do it later. And then like bugs start crawling around. It's just like not good all around. So you shouldn't really do that. Like you can let it stack up to a little bit, but like make sure to always like clean it up. You know what I mean? Like, you know? Anyway. 1 foot out the door and I freeze instantly. Ah, shit. I forgot the umbrella. Complaining, not even daring to step out the little shelter. I saw it! I saw the umbrella! This dude didn't give me a chance to pick it up, game! I suppose it's not really a choice since the character forgot, but I didn't. I saw the umbrella behind the clothes. It was one of the options. I did click on it. Game! I suppose they did not give me an option, so... Yeah, you know. I guess that's like the style of the game because it's supposed to be kind of saturated, but because it's like so stylized and so hard to see, like you can't really like identify anything. I get that's supposed to be the point, but I don't know. Can't really offer any good advice on how to do it better, so I'm just not gonna say anything. And I forgot the umbrella. Too late to turn back now. Also, at least they did not give you the choice. Like, the umbrella was there and we did kind of forgot, but if the MC forgot and we can't really choose that as a player, then, you know, let's be how that be. But it would have been fun, like, if the background wasn't, like, at least for the times that you're being selected, if you could see the umbrella, but it wasn't just, like, an option that you could pick, it would be kind of fun to, like, because, you know, the story is at the point defined by the characters, so... If it's an inevitability that they forgot, then you can't really change that, can you? You know? Speaking ahead now, I'm glad I caught you a bit of a... I'm free. You can always come back later. I stream almost every single day, so there's always a stream that you can catch up. Thank you so much for coming, though. Oh, yeah? Useless. The rain always wins. Shoes are already soaked. Can feel the cold creeping up my legs, turning my skin into ice. Ah, jeez. Well, at least not Monday. That's something, right? Makes you moving makes you realize how much stuff you have and how heavy books actually are. That is also true. That is also true. Gotta click those small victories, I guess. I take another step forward. At the same time, the sound of cars speeding by throws the waves of water up at me. Oh, woof. That's unfortunate. Hey. Couldn't even get that small victory to last, could I? It's not even midnight yet, but it feels later. Just make it to the store, Kindred. And keep walking. Not too fast, but not too slow either. I keep walking. Oh. Suddenly I stop. Not fully, just a hesitation. The kind where my body goes still for a second while my mind catches up. Did I just hear something? I swallow and turn back. Keep walking. But it's here again, a feeling. Like someone is a step behind me. It's nothing. I'm just being paranoid. They will not come back. I got through a cracked parking lot near the... Oh, so they changed the story a little bit. I kind of noticed that. They changed the story. Because in the demo, you used to go outside and talk to the biker boy. And you would have a little scene where you see his hands and you notice that. Yeah, they kind of changed the chapters a little bit for the full game. I like that. I'm glad they made it less rushed. Got through the cracked parking lot near the Mad Dog convenience, stepping over the flattened remains of what used to be a soda can. Maybe a rat. Not to tell out here. The front neon sign buzzes over my head, trying its best to flicker out one letter at a time. Right now it says Mad Dog. Mad Dog. The only good news that no customers seem to be in front of the store. The rain probably means less work to me. I nudge the employees only though. My shoulder opening without the usual tantrums. No, probably hasn't welcomed more wet hobos than actual staff. Thanks to Ronnie Joe's genius idea of having one physical key and zero budget for a card system. It claims it saves money. You get the key for the week, Lane gets it next, so on. And this week the secret key belongs to Jane.
which means I'm the mercy of his punctuality, hoping his charming passive-aggressive ass shows up on time so I don't end up soaked in the alleyway rainwater like a stray dog. Push harder, fully prepared to stand there in the rain and wait for him. And again, nothing. Not even a click. Lane's late. No surprise there. It's probably on his way, which Lane time means he just remembered he had a shift tonight. Press my palm against the surface and push away again. I give the door another shove, just for the principle of it, but it's still locked. Fuck, I murmur, resting my forehead against the door. Rain slides down my hair, clings to my neck, soaks through my hoodie. Fucking miserable. I decide to give up and take my phone out of my pocket. I messes up the touchscreen, but I still manage to scroll through my contacts anyway. Things are freezing. The screen jumps every time a drop hits it. I squint at the names. Wait, it's an iPhone 4. I don't think this was released back in 2009, but sure. Should I call Lane? Or Ronnie? One's unreliable. The other one, well, slightly less reliable. I suppose we should call Lane. Don't want to be snitching to the boss. Not the first time he shows up like this. I get it. Must be exhausting. Carrying all that charm and no responsibility. Tap on his name in the contacts and starts to ring. Oh, is he gonna have a moment of like redemption, or is he gonna be a shithead again? Only rings come, then an instant click. The person you're trying to reach is not available. Please leave a message after the tone. Brother. See what I mean? Dude, this guy is not a lovable asshole. I know the story's trying to like give him like an option, but he was not written that way. That's like a straight up asshole. Useless, lazy asshole. I pulled the phone away and glared at the no service in the corner of the screen. You've got to be kidding me. The rain's coming down hard now, pushing water into my socks. Or is it because I can't talk? It might be we out of service, okay. It might be that we are out of service. Okay, I guess. No signal, and no one I can call. Fine. Tuck the phone back in my pocket and step back to look around. Parking lot is empty except for the garbage rolling in little gusts in the wind. Absolutely no one there. I do the only thing I can think of. Start walking. Start walking where? Around the side of the building, hung in the wall. One hand raised to shield my face from the rain. There's a small delivery door around the back. I've never seen it open from the outside, but I'll try it anyway. And locked. Obviously. I hit it almost with the side of my fist, more out of frustration than anything. It keeps moving. Maybe it's the universe telling me to quit this job. It might be. Quitting doesn't really pay rent. So I take a break, crack my neck, and keep looking at like a lost idiot. And finally arrive at the front of the store, where the automatic doors are also locked. I'm done. I'm actually done. All this because Lane couldn't be bothered to show up on time again. Muttering under my breath, my hands shoved in my pockets. I kick a piece of the trash out of my way. Not even thinking about where I'm going now. Just trying to get warm. Trying not to yell. Good thing this one probably drown out my screams. Keep wandering past the store. Just looking for somewhere to get out of the rain. But I hit something or someone. I'm sorry, sir. I stumbled back, my hands flying up instinctively. The guy stumbles too, like I electrocuted him. He actually flinches away, taking 2 steps back and landing in this weird pose he's been caught doing something he wasn't supposed to. He freezes. I freeze. Rain is pouring between us, creating a wall of water that blurs everything. I look up and blink hard. For a second I can't see his face, just the height. This black helmet. Oh hey, it's the dude. Biker boy. He doesn't say anything right away, just nods once. Kinda like a kid who's not sure if he's allowed to speak. I can bet he's panicking under the helmet. You're not inside? I blink. Oh god, right. I look like a wet rat. No wonder he's confused. Yeah, I mean, no. Say while brushing my wet hair out of my eyes. My coworker's not here. I don't have the key and been locked out for like 15 minutes. Awkward silence settles between us as he just stands there in the rain, like he's trying to process my words.
Unless he's dead. Dun dun dun. I don't think this is a supernatural story, but maybe. I don't think this is a supernatural story, though. You don't have a key, he finally says. Like that detail alone was a big problem to him. I shake my head. No. Lane was supposed to open up today, but... Okay. Now with 2 idiots in the rain. What is he doing here, though? He clears his throat, trying to seem composed, but his fingers keep fidgeting with the edge of his gloves. You shouldn't stand in there like that. His voice is low in a way that makes me want to lean closer to hear it. My face flushes with the heat and doesn't match the weather. 'Cause... Like what? I ask like an idiot. Wet. Buck out a short, surprised laugh. Sounds so awful. I didn't mean like... you're gonna get sick. It's like that Silas. Oh, look. You're already wet now. You know what I mean? It's like that Silas memory of like, oh, look. You're already wet now. Well, whatever will we do about it? Isn't it? Sense of city, creepy guys, rain. This is totally Vancouver. I feel like it could be a lot of places. Just gonna be honest with you. I feel like it could be a lot of places. Why specifically Vancouver? What are you... Gotta do a posture check when you get the chance? Sure. No pops, but I already popped my back, so I fixed the posture. It hits weirdly hard. Like concerned his voice doesn't match how intimidated he looks. Yeah, probably. So I can manage because my teeth wants to chatter. I won't let him. I'm fine, I quickly add right after. Even though I'm very obviously not. Doesn't really look convinced. Probably why I see him take a step forward, and then another. Stopping close and positioning himself between me and the wind just enough that I can feel the heat coming off of him, compared to biting the air. It's subtle. Suddenly I'm not being slapped in the face by the rain anymore. You don't have to do that, I almost screamed. You're already... I don't mind. I'm not sure exactly how much that... How tall is this dude? Would that VTuber think of your Silas impression? I don't know. It's not... I've sent the thing to the Amelie and the Sayu contest, but it's not... hasn't happened yet. It's the 1st of August, I think. I live in Vancouver. I'm allowed to rag on it. Alright, bet. I see. I mean, it's raining a lot here as well, where I live, so... Kind of funny how that goes. Something strange about the way he says it. Like he's trying to be nice, more like he really doesn't care. Alright, bet. Stand there for a while, not really saying anything. Like I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to say, and the stranger in a black helmet. Stranger. That's when I suddenly realized how close he is. I mean, what about what's your name? This is the second time you guys are meeting. Like, I get that you have a fetish for him being unidentified, but you could ask his name. Like, I don't feel like that's gonna take away from the mystery. How careful he's been. Like, if he breathes wrong, he'll scare me off. Clear off my throat. You're always like that. Or am I just special? He freezes. You're freezing. You dodged that one. Did I? A laugh slips out of me without my permission. Thanks. He doesn't respond. He just shifts his weight, as if to say you don't have to thank me. Another gust of wind hits, and I instinctively shift closer, hugging my arms tautly against my chest. I sigh and glance down the hallway where the staff floor is. Still locked. Still no signs of Lane. God, he's so late. I mutter mostly to myself. Look, I think there's a little shelter around the corner. Not much, but I jerk my thumb towards the side of the building. Let's not wait for Lane under the rain, alright? He nods once. It almost looked like he's not just agreeing with what I said, but the idea of following me.
I mean, you don't have to. I try not to sound weird about it.
Criticize, I know the names of my... I can't criticize, I know the names of my neighbor's dog, but I don't know their names. That's crazy. Could always just open the visor or the helmet at least. I suppose. So, visor tilts slightly towards the rain, then back at me. No. Oh, come. Alright. The wind makes it hard to talk. Not that it seems like either of us is saying anything. In fact, that the rain it carries the only conversation. Shows us exactly what I remember. It's one of those narrow overhangs on the side of the building, probably meant for trash bins than people. But it's something. I duck under, exhaling hard when the rain stops hitting me for the first time what it feels like forever. My shoulders dropped. My hoodie's still clinging to my arms, at least, not getting wetter. Not ideal, but it could have been worse. At least Biker Boy took the most of the rain. He stops just a few steps away and stands right at the edge of the shelter, close enough that I can still hear his breathe through the helmet. But he stays outside of it, letting the rain hit him like it's nothing. His head is low. Maybe looking at his feet is safer than looking at me. I glance over at him, then tie down a little bit, space next to me. It's tight. No way someone as tall as him could fit there. I kind of get why he doesn't. I really do. But still, there's something weird about the dry one. I took a wet strand of hair behind my ear. You know I don't have to stand there, right? He doesn't answer. For a second I think he didn't hear me, but I know he did. Is he waiting for my permission? Or is he just shy? I'm starting to get used to not seeing his face, which is somehow worse. So I can't read him. Invite him inside the shelter. Let him stand in the rain. No, come on. Shifting the tiny space. Nah, come on. He's a little bit of a weirdo, but come on. He's past the 2-day, like, you know. He's past the 2-day, you know, greeting space that you can't invite him to not be standing inside of the rain. You know what I mean? Like, under the rain. That's crazy. My elbow hits the metal. There's barely room for me. I can't just leave him out in the thunderstorm. You can come in here, if you want. I see his posture straightens, but he still doesn't move. Not an inch. I'll just get you more wet. You barely fit in there. I shrug. I don't mind. He hesitates. Unlike most people do. No, that kind of hesitation would almost be too normal for him. It looks like he's calculating the angles, the closeness, even the physics of it. More than that, trying not to panic about the idea of being that close to me. Scratches behind his neck, accidentally splashing water across his shoulder. I'm way too tall. I blocked the whole thing. I don't think that's kind of how it works, but sure. Hey, Moonlight. Think of someone to follow. Thanks. Oh, okay. Should have brought an umbrella. I did see the umbrella at the thing. What did I just join? We're reading a dark romance story about a sexy biker boy and a asshole coworker and a creepy stalker, basically. And we're kind of bitter. The MC is kind of bitter in this story, but you know what I mean? It's very much like a dark romance-y kind of book talk story. But I like the visuals, and the story is interesting enough. I've been liking it. This is the second time that I'm playing it. I played the full demo now, and this is the full game. This is the entire game. Should have brought a jacket. He mutters. I don't know what this is, but it's weirdly comfortable. Like I'm not supposed to be okay with a shy, silent biker boy who just showed up to block the rain for me. But I am. Took my chin upward. What are you doing here? Try to keep it casual, but it's nothing like a small talk. We both know it's not really. It's night, there's a thunderstorm. We're really two strangers. It's just riding. Riding? Where? He shrugs. Nowhere. I blink. But why stop here? He's kind of stalking us, isn't he? Is he kind of stalking us? He kind of feels like he is stalking us. Thought I would grab a drink. That's clearly a lie. I don't say it out loud, but my face probably does. Store's closed.
didn't know. I stared at him. Rain tops on the metal awning, tickling like a countdown to how awkward this is. It was just a coincidence you're here, and I'm here. He nods shyly. Yes. Time tracks for a few minutes. The rain's not getting any better. Actually, I think it's worse now. And he still hasn't moved. Rain will come soon, and I'm okay, so I didn't need to wait for him. I look up at him. What? You don't need him to get inside. There's something in his voice this time. Something tight in the back of his throat, like he's holding something back. I do? Question mark? He's the only one with the key. Doesn't answer right away, but it seems to argue with himself behind that helmet. You could check the door again, he finally says. I already tried. Sigh. Maybe I can do something. Is he gonna break in the door? That's kind of funny. Squint at him for the rain. What the hell could he do against a locked door? Oh. I already tried multiple times, really. Lifts his shoulder. Still. You're very stubborn for somebody I barely know. He kind of is stubborn, isn't he? Hey, Apron. How you doing as well? Just want to jump in and say hello before going to bed? Well, I hope you have the sweetest of dreams, Apron. How you doing, my friend? Oh, yeah, glad to have you here. Shame you can't stay much, but I suppose it is late for you. Glad to have you seen. We're reading a indie novel today, so kind of interesting, but also kind of different. You know what I mean? Love doing these kinds of like wacky ideas. I mean that in a good way, mostly. Okay, maybe moving is better than staying here. Fine, let's go check it again. Moves before I can. Like he was already ready to block the rain again, and I follow him, even though I have no clue what he's planning to do. Finally reach the staff door, but at the same time, my phone suddenly buzzes, and I freeze. There's no signal out there, not since the storm rolled in. I checked earlier, 0 buzz. Not even the Wi-Fi drifts from the apartment window, nothing. But that buzz hit me like a jolt, like something breaking through that I wasn't supposed to. What the fuck? I stop walking and pull my phone out like my hoodie pocket, my hands shaking a little from the cold. I'm good, but I'm tired. Again, have a good stream. Hell yeah. I know. Surprisingly tiring schedule, isn't it? You'd be surprised how taxing it is on your body. But yeah, hope you have a good night, my friend. Hope you have a good night. Let's hang out again someday. I know you miss me, but chill. I'll be there in like 15. Didn't ditch you, baby. Stare back at it. See what I mean? Like this is such a jerk message. Like this is not like a flirty kind of like. This is not like a lovable kind of asshole that is like. Kind of rude, but he also means well. He's just like he does the bare fucking minimum. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking being annoying at every single possible opportunity. It's just like, I don't like this lame guy. More like lame, huh? More like lame lane, huh? Anyway. 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 Alright. Maybe a blip got through. One lucky packet of data slipping past whatever the storm is doing. That also mean Lane should be here any minute now. Your coworker texted you? Glance over my shoulder. Surprised. Not because it scared me with a deep voice, but because I almost forgotten he was there. Stop too. I'm facing me directly, but not looking away either. It wasn't exactly a question, like he already knows. I nod quickly, then out a nervous laugh. Yes, I just didn't expect the message to come through out there. It was delayed, probably by the storm. He doesn't answer. Okay, I probably look rude as hell. Barely know each other and I act like he's invisible the second my phone buzzes. Great job, Kindred. I turn my phone face down and hand inside and already got tired of the extra casual babe. Comes some minor delay. I saw the reach for the handle. Oh. What the fuck? Ow, that was loud. Ow, what a loud noise. I stopped mid-step. Did you say something? Ugh. I didn't even find that scary. I just didn't like the noise. Ugh. Fucking... Don't like that. Waiting for the power donut rainbows.
Just say something. Like, I get that you want to be scary, but that's just like loud. Like, that's what I tell people about like shitty like horror. I'm not saying this is a shitty horror, but like shitty horror games do that a lot, where they just like, it's like putting fat on food. It's just like a cheap way to get a surprise, and it just annoys me. Like, I'm not scared. It just makes me angry. Whenever I see like loud noises like this, if you want to make it scary, you could have had the visuals and like some like, you know what I mean? Like, not fucking dial-up noises. Interference noises. That just makes me... It's like when my audio board is like having misconnections on the cables or something. It's just... Ugh. Anyway, just... Not a fan of guys to waste your time. Very possessive. Jiggle the handle but nothing. See? Locked. No matter. Like a boy stands the steps behind me. The stairs locked on the door like he did something to it. Tried the windows earlier. I had a trash room, front entrance. It's like the store doesn't want me to work. I laugh softly as I say, I see. Glance back at him, then nod towards the door. Think you could get it open? It's a joke, mostly. I mean, he is built like a brick wall, but I'm not expecting anything. Takes a step forward without hesitation. What the? Wait. I say quickly before grabbing his arm. You're actually gonna do it? He freezes, glancing down where I'm touching him. You said to stare at him. Not being sarcastic, he's just listening. You're gonna kick a steel door because I told you to? Hey, he did say so, he did say. All the redeems not working. Mostly the model redeems are not working because I was having some issues and I don't know how to fix it. But yeah, a few of the redeems are not working. Hey Felicia, that was a weird sound. I know, it's just, I get that they were trying to be annoying, they were trying to be scary, but that was not scary, that was just annoying. You know what I mean? Like, loud noises like this, you could do other ways to be scary. That was just annoying. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion, to be fair. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinions. That's it? Is that Tilt? It's almost like he's confused why I'm confused. Yes. I chuckle. Jeez. You're a real good obedient dog. Only for you. Hey, yo. Kinda kinky. Okay. Don't know what the fuck that was. TLDR is he's being obsessive. He's being upset. This is a dark romance book talk story. You got an obsessive biker boy that doesn't show his face. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, it's just kind of how that be. They were trying to be creepy about it, but it's just... You know what I mean? Manager's going to kill me if he sees the frame, but... It's not like I got another way in. Pause. Second guess. I thought he was gonna like break in on the lock and not just like fucking kick the door down. I paused, second guessing if I really wanted to let him do this. Then again, giving him room. Lane's still not here, so I think it's only fair. Go ahead. Can't afford to be late. That's all he needs to hear. Did I kick it down? Damn, okay. Wow. Look at the sudden silence. You're officially the strongest guy I know. I mean, kicking down a door is not that hard, is it? Is it hard to kick down doors? I mean, you can break it if you know how to kick the lock. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be like kicking right at the middle of the door. You just kick it on the lock and just like, he breaks the mechanism. Just the minute he's RMC's obedient dog. True. That is true as well. Shyly steps back into the rain and let me pass. Am I? Whenever his way his fingers fidget, it's honestly kind of adorable. Just gave him a compliment. This poor awkward man still has no idea what to do with him. I mean, not to feed my sadist side too much. Not a huge accomplishment, but having somebody with a praise kink isn't too bad of a chemistry, isn't it? Mostly, it's not a huge accomplishment considering the competition is mostly lame, but still. Doesn't say anything. Can tell. Smiling under the helmet. Step inside, holding the door open with my hip. Should wait in here until the storm chills out. Thick rainwater rolls off his black helmet, lands by my shoe. I'll drip everywhere. He answers and points at the broken lock in the steel door. And I did broke that. Door was already a mess, I shrug. And it's fine, really. Door was already a piece of junk.
offering him a soft smile. Only Joe probably being lane anyway. Gives me a sly nod, but his visor doesn't move from the crooked employees only side. I'm not allowed. Jeez, this guy is really stubborn. Depends on the type of door. I suppose it depends on the type of door as well, but it just seems like a flimsy door. So yeah, how you doing, Z? Eating dinner while watching your live stream? Hell yeah, very good. Did tell people to eat food. What are you guys eating for dinner today? I'm kind of feeling like trying something different. There's not that many recipes that I can do with the things that I have. I saw like a, not really a nugget, but like a chicken sticks, where you just like blend chicken with eggs, and you spread it like a paste, and it like forms these like stick patterns that you can just like dip it into sauce and eat it. It's actually kind of pretty good. And duck. I'm not allowed. Jeez, this guy's really stubborn. Glance at the door again. You don't really seem like somebody who sticks to the rules. A sigh. The warm air inside already wrapping around me. While he's still standing in the cold. I should go. Turns his thoughts to walk away, but I feel like I should say something. Thank him at least. Hey. He pauses and turns. No, we don't really talk much, but thank you for walking me out. He nods. I didn't want you to be alone. Aww. We still have not asked for his fucking name. That's on the MC as well. The MC, that's very antisocial. Dude, fucking be polite and ask for the guy's name. Be like, hey, Jason. You know, don't keep calling him Biker Boy. Hey, Mooney Cloud. Hello, Sailor. Hello, Sailor. Yeah, I'm talking about the motorcycle guy. I know, Mooney. How you doing? Welcome. We're making pork dumplings in my house. Aw. It's kind of like a dog. You know what I mean? I feel like this story is written by a book talk girly with very... It's not even like a case... Listen. It's not even a case of the writer's barely this guy's fetish. This is just straight up like a... the fetishes are very much openly on display. It's not even a case of like the writer's barely this guy's fetish. We're very clearly embracing our fetishes. It's just like biker, muscly, tattooed, kind of submissive, but has an obsessive side. It's just like very like it's just like straight up like blatant at this point, which, you know, like I kind of respect it. I don't have I don't see an issue per se of like, you know what I mean, embracing what you like and what you don't, you know. I'm famously the kind of guy that has said that fan service is not cringe as long as you embrace it and do it for everybody. Barely disguised skins. They're not even trying to disguise. I know. It's just... I mentioned this at the beginning with the way the MC treated the biker boy, right? In comparison to Lane and the other. It's just like... If you just had an experience like that with like an incel dude, and he immediately meets another guy that is much more intimidating, and you're already opening up to him, it's like... All right, Mrs. Ryder, come on. Again, you're asking serious questions of a silly book talk visual novel. Come on. I feel like that is on you if you expected anything anything otherwise. You know what I mean? If you expected anything else, I feel like that's on you, not on the novel. I didn't want you to be alone either. Aww. I should go check on my bike. Oh yeah, right, of course. Maybe that big guy isn't as scary as he looks. I'll see you later today, mademoiselle. And just like that, he turns away, walks off into the rain, his big shoulders hunched slightly under the wet. Under the wet what? Slightly under the wet what? I wait a second longer, still standing just inside the staff door, watching him disappear towards the side lot. I take a deep breath and step inside. Oh. I'm drenched to the bone. I don't want to wait and immediately peel off my soaked hoodie.
Throw it over the heater, hoping it will dry soon. Walk over to the counter and put my name tag on my jeans pocket, from my jeans pocket. I clip it onto my shirt automatically like I've done 100 times. It's a routine. Lights are still off. Flip up the switches and above the door one by one. The orange blinks away in the aisles. In stages. Aisle lights, freezers hum into life. That ugly glow from the vending machine in the corner. I check the time of the wall. Still a few minutes before my shift technically starts. Made it on time, thanks to Biker Boy. I smile. And of course, Lane is not here. Glance at the counter. There's no empty Red Bull can waiting for me, no half-done paperwork. Just me. The alone employee who actually shows up. I duck behind the register and boot up the system. The way that the story was walking around, I thought we were just gonna like give up. Like not go to work today. Hey Axel, how you doing as well, my friend? Going to bed now? Alright, Spirit. Thank you so much for coming over to the stream. I do appreciate you having you here. I mean, still going on the stream, but thank you so much for coming around. Betting Lane is dead? No, I don't think Lane is dead yet. Lane hasn't done anything to warrant. I mean, he sent us a message. What are you talking about? He sent us an SMS. Like, he's not dead. Not yet, anyway. Maybe. Wipe down the scanner. Double check if we're stocked on cigarettes and lighters. It's like a muscle memory now. I kind of like it. I hear something. Is that the automatic doors? Is he already a customer? Oh, there he is. Evening sunshine. Lane says shaking his head out of it like a wet dog. Lane steps in like he owns the place and shoves in his pockets. You're already here? He looks surprised, but not in a wow, you're so responsible kind of way. Well, like he wasn't expecting to see me at all. I lean an elbow against the counter. Yeah, started a bit early. Kicks water off his boots and walks closer. Why'd you come in through the front door, though? You're not supposed to. I didn't. I used the staff door. Lane pauses, raising his fierce eyebrow just a little. Didn't see you there. I was just headed to the back. I figured you'd be waiting to the staff door like last time. Scratches the back of his neck. His wet hair is sticking up a bit. Kinda figured I'd have to let you in. It was weird when I didn't see you, so I just came around the front instead. Grabs a Red Bull from the freezer like he's already paid for it. Still looking at me like something doesn't add up. So, hey Maglo, how you doing as well? Wasn't there a kitty on you usually? Yes, it is. People didn't ask me to put the kitty, so I kind of forgot about it. But yes, I do have a kitty. Yeah, usually when the model redeems aren't working, people just ask me for this kind of stuff. Hey, Disastrous Life with Sarah, how you doing as well? This is some sort of romance horror novel. This is a dark romance story, so it's kind of silly. Like, there is a few serious topics, so there were a few trigger warnings, but the story itself is kind of silly that it just, like, feels very lighthearted. Because it's very, like, it's very silly in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So I'm just, like, I'm just kind of, like, vibing, but yeah, it is still a dark romance, so, you know, if you do find those topics sensitive, I understand, but it's pretty fine. Like, aside from like a few like scary scenes, it's pretty doable, at least for the moment. Maybe. Am I getting creepy vibes from Lane? Because Lane is kind of an asshole. He's not really creepy, but he's just an asshole. Say what happened or lie. I glance at I'm not gonna ditch my boy. He fucking. First of all, I told him to do that, and secondly, like, we're not gonna be snitches. Like, you gotta lie. I glance at the floor. Then at Lane. Started looking at me weird, like he's just waiting for some kind of story. I mean, wasn't there cameras? If there were cameras, we could be blamed by it, but I also don't give a fuck. I'm gonna give him one. I think maybe you forgot to lock it? His eyebrows twitch up, like that answer caught him off guard. I forgot to? Yeah. Saying keep my voice casual. Just pushed it, and it opened right up. Thought you might have left it unlocked by accident when you left yesterday. He leans on the counter, absently moving the can in slow circles. There's a pause. Not long, just enough to feel it. Huh. I can tell he's not buying it. For a small shrug, not that deep. You left after me, and you have the key. So, I figured that was the only explanation. Didn't think too much about it. He furrows his brow and looks towards the back of the store. Like he's trying to replay last night in his head.
pretty sure I locked it. Well, I moved to the other side of the counter to give myself something to do. Guess not. Maybe you locked it in the front and just forgot the back? I swallow and hope that's enough to shut him down. It doesn't say anything for a second. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess you could have... Wouldn't have been the first time. He laughs a little but doesn't sound fully convinced. I force a small smile too, hoping it sticks. Well, at least you got in, right? Let out a breath of relief and give him a friendly tap on the shoulder. Yeah, all good. That's probably too much. He looks at me for a second too long. Sips slightly part like he's about to say something. Oh. Hands on me already. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's a fucking annoying dude. I roll my eyes, but he's already leaning against the counter with that stupid smirk. Don't get excited. It was a tap, not a proposal. Steps in a little close to me. Still counts, he murmurs, his eyes flickering to mine. Open my mouth, but nothing smart comes out. He chuckles and finally backs off, heading towards the stock room. Alright, boss, calls over his shoulder. If you need me, I'll be presenting to work. Just like that, he's gone. Like I didn't straight up lie to him. Let out a quick breath, mentally shaking off the last bit of that weirdness from our conversation. My eyes catch up to the usual mess of Ronnie Joe's post-it notes on the counter. It's funny how even though he manages never sticks around, the store still somehow feels like his mess. Anyway, time to get to work. Alright, what do we got here? There's a little bit of a mess. Clean vomit. Brother. What the fuck? Go to aisle 3. Ramen display. Alright. A dusty sign. Yellow cartoon snakes. Yada yada. Okay, nothing special. Only half full. Alright, some displays. Is there anything else? Doesn't think so. Oh, no, this is the ramen one. Okay, this one is fine. What about this? Go outside. Lost dog poster. Switch. Please help me find my dog. Oh, poor doggo. How do I close this? Okay, here. Cameras. This camera's tilted wrong. Check the vending machine. You hit the vending machine hoping it will start working again. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I gotta click the things that I clicked again. Okay. See, this is what I mean. Like, the area is so, like, hard to see that it's like... Back to aisle 1. Oh, talking to a customer. You ask her if she needs anything, help finding anything. Looks up from the basket, eyes tired but kind. Actually, you know where the chocolate display is? Daughter's having a meltdown. Alright, nothing special. Fridges. Nothing special as well. Cold coffee, not refrigerator. Anything else? What about L2? I can't clean the vomit, but is there some boxes? We get the thing as well, right? Clean the stain. They need the right supplies. Where do I get the supplies? Where do I get the cleaning area? Aisle 1, aisle 3, aisle 2. Vending machine. Maybe it's here? Go back inside the store. Anything outside? Not really. Oh, it's funny that you can walk around. That is kind of cool. Go to the stock room. Oh, there you go. Unlocked. Talk to Lane. I don't know if I want to talk to Lane. New girl starts tonight. A girl? Lane and New girl, Lane and New girl, Lane and New girl. See what I mean? Like, he's the one drawing this, like, hearts and shit. It's like, brother. Know how to use your tongue. Okay. Afternoon. Abby. Who's Abby? Okay, I guess. I suppose. Lane. That was the day you met him. You think about it later. No time for nostalgia right now. Gotta click anything else? Or we go back? Oh, there you go. Unopened boxes. Anything else? Cleaning supplies. There you go. Grab the cleaning supplies. Staff complaint. Unsafe working conditions. The ceiling above the register is leaking for 6 weeks. Some workers, one in particular, leave early and sleep back. It'll sleep in the back. Lamau. I love that. It's like that one Garfield being like, I wonder who is this about. Hey, Alyssa and Sakura-chan, I'm glad to have you here. Hey, you just came to see the stream for a little while because I have school today. Well, Sakura, glad to have you here. You can always watch the stream afterwards. I know that like for a lot of people, especially on the weekdays, it's a little bit hard for them to like make it to most of the stream. So you can always watch it later if you want to. But I'm glad to have you here. You know, it's always nice to talk live, isn't it? That's why I tell people to come while I'm live. But you know. Don't feel bad if you have to go and then like you can watch it later. As long as you don't forget. I have to click everything again. Damn it, man. Game. Fucking annoying. Alright, anything else? I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go for the things that I do know have interactions. Yada yada, rotate them. Clean this. Alright. Wait, is that clean blood? The fuck? Go back. The fuck? Why is that blood around? What the fuck? Okay. You're satisfied. About aisle 1. Talk to the customer. There you go. Okay. Anything else? I think there's like a aisle 3 thing that I gotta clean up the dusty thing. No, not really. Okay. Go back to aisle 2. Store entrance. Anything else to do here? Not really. Alright, bet. I gotta clean this. Anything else? Okay. Toilet paper is your best friend, after me, of course. Weird, but okay. This looks kind of sus, but sure. Question mark. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Nothing really highlighting. Lost dog. Misclicked. There you go. Vending machine. Alright, there you go. Suppose that's that, right? Go to stock room. Receipt log. If not scanned, write down add time, please. Clean the store, washroom, restock the aisles. The second if you have the time. Empty trash bins, try to fix the vending machine. Okay. I guess I gotta grab the thing, right? Go back. Stock room. Where's the boxes? Where's the boxes for the things? Where are they actually? Wait. Oh my god, why do I recognize that fucking... A motivational poster with a wolf howling at the moon. It is that fucking alpha wolf, where the one is... Where he's like ripping... Can you see it? Wait, can you guys see it? I don't know if you guys can see it from my model. It's like that one poster of the wolf ripping his shirt off. It's pixelated, but I can see it. Why did I immediately clock that? Lead the pack. Oh, that's so... that is so cringe, actually. I suppose I gotta talk to this fucking loser. Oh, damn. Came back whole clean arsenal, huh? Green's like a fool. His eyes moving from the mouth to my face. I want to handle that stick well. Jeez. Let us stay silent. Oof. Get the silent treatment. Alright, I'll behave. For now. Fucking loser. Doesn't seem like there's anything here. Just quit. Brother. Alright. Don't see anything. Don't see whether I can restock the things. Alright, am I missing something? I don't know. Am I missing something? Yeah, okay. Restock the aisles. Clean the store plus the washroom. Am I missing something? I might be missing something. That might be the case. I might be missing like a cleanup area and then it's like... You know what I mean? Might be the case. Because I cleaned that one aisle. I cleaned this stain on the toilet. Ah, see, there you go. See, there you go. How was I supposed to know that I could get in here? Like, this one didn't highlight. You see what I mean? Where I say that, like, it's very weird, like, because the background blends so much and there's no distinctions. This, on top of the highlights being, like, kind of raised, you just have to, like, keep, like, randomly scrolling your mouse. Like, if you want to do... I have a suggestion. If you want to do it like this black and white, like, background, make the interactables, like, red. Or at least, like, a little bit of color. Because nowadays, it just feels like I have to be, like, randomly scrolling by, hoping that something highlights. This one doesn't. But I randomly clicked it, and then there you go. I can get inside of here. You see what I mean? And even then, you just have to, like, keep, like, tapping randomly and finding things. Feels not ideal. You know what I mean? It's a 2017 I Am an Alpha poster. I know, it's kind of funny. How do I clean this? Supposed to clean this, right? To the doghouse. Alright, bet. Quick save complete. I didn't want to click save. I'm gonna clean this. What else do I gotta do? Alright. Should we try to fix the vending machine? I'll come back later, it seems. Maybe? Do you guys see anything that I should be doing? Because I cleaned this already. Right? I think I cleaned the blood there as well. Condoms display. Okay. I'm trying to click random things and see if they interact, basically. Sure? Question mark. You guys see what I'm supposed to be doing here, or am I just supposed to be like randomly clicking until I progress the story? Okay. Convenience store. Maybe there's something in here that I gotta clean. I know it's raining, so I'm assuming not, right? This one we've already checked. Maybe aisle 3? No. Maybe here? Doesn't seem like I have. No more Red Bull, just got restocked, dumbass. Saw a motorcycle pirate behind the alleyway. Coffee machine broken. Call repair guy. Yeah, fill him up, so stare at you while you're at it. Jane left NP boxed in the aisle again. Okay. Condoms display. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Don't know if I can find it though. Can you guys see it? Like, I'm genuinely trying to find what I'm supposed to be missing, but I don't know. This feels like pure luck at this point. Yeah, we've already checked all the aisles. We've already checked this door. I've already checked the vending machine. Like, what am I? And there's also some graffiti around, so it's not like it's easy to find, like, what is dirty or anything. I've already talked to the customer. fridges. Plastic ramen, I don't know. Do not open. Okay. Question mark. Maybe this here? No, so like this boxes are not. I'm not liking this section of the game. Gonna be for real with you. Is it what's supposed to be? I think what is supposed to be interactable is pixelated? Question mark. I think that's what the interactables are supposed to be, but that's just so fucking hard to see. And even then, it's not like it's really like showing a difference. There's a lot of areas that are just blurry for no reason. No, and this area is not pixelated, kinda. Okay, is there any else? You've already checked this. This one is not pixelated. This one is pixelated, but it's dark. This one's pixelated, but we already checked. Okay. Anything else? I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck here. This one is already seen. Anything pixelated here? Doesn't seem like it. What is this? Familiar voice stirs in the back of your head. You ever get tired of these loops around here? Take it to the moon, I swear. Okay. Sure. I don't see it. I don't see it. Do you guys do? Do you guys see anything? Because I'm not seeing anything to interact. I feel like the right option is just leaving. Walk to the alleyway. Biker's bike. Inspect the bikes closely. This bike is just parked here. Matted black and huge. Something weirdly graceful about it too. You don't know much about motorcycles, but this one looks cared for. Like someone actually loves it. There's a red streak across its side, like a faded scar. Don't know what it is, but it pulls your eyes. This guy's weird, but his bike is kind of beautiful. Okay. Why her? No, bury her with me. If I die, bury her with me. Oh, you mean the bike? Okay, sure. Never mind. Don't see anything to click. Go back. Go back to the alley. I see what kind of guy he is. Do you see anything? Walk to the staff door. Maybe anything here? Broken staff door. Don't see anything to click as well. Do you? Because I don't. Go back. Go back. Go back. Oh, there's somebody here. An man is in a worn coat is mismatched shoes. Okay, catch a mumbly, yada yada. You think a dog would come back if he loved you, yeah? Nah, they get lost so easy. Real easy. My two brothers, kind of not by blood, but at the same time. Loud fella. Oh, poor doggo. I'll finish the tasks. Why is now different? No, don't tell me I had to... Don't tell me I had to go back there and then come back to realize that he just... Oh, fuck me, dude. Game, don't do this. Game, don't do this. Don't you do this, game. That's not good. That's not good, game. I would rethink those choices of, like, map distinctions. Especially if you're gonna say, like, click this, and then it doesn't do. So you have to go around, walk to a random place, click it, and then come back. It's just like, I could have just finished the tasks that I clicked it, if I clicked it first. And then checking behind the fucking bike. think I did everything. Finish the tasks, finally. I finished straightening the last row of instant noodles. I step back just enough to the remaining ones. Just one lazy swipe of my hand. It's like the same deal with the umbrella. I saw the umbrella. There was a toggle to like talk about it, and then we just didn't pick it. So why put the umbrella there? Hey Minty, how you doing as well? You should have been shooting for 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, I'm having fun. I'm down to stick a little bit longer. I'm having fun. There's a weird kind of pride when it comes to finally getting all the shelves looking decent. My feet hurt, my back is sore. The mop water is still a little red from whatever sticky mess the customer left it near the aisle. I did what I could. It's good enough. I suppose we could save it here and just like, so we don't like binge this whole game anyway. There's probably still like a good like 3 hours left from what they said. So I'm down. Okay, we can do that. If you guys enjoy the game, we can definitely go back to it for sure. It's a silly story at times. Yeah, you know, there's some minor things that I would change, you know, but it is a fun little game as well. So I'm having fun. What do you guys think? Aren't you hungry though? I mostly have to exercise actually. I have to work out today because I didn't during the afternoon. So, know what I mean? But I will be having dinner afterwards as well. I will be having dinner. It's 7 p.m. for me right now, so usually I'll have dinner a little bit later. But you know what I mean? What do you guys think of the game though? I quite like it. It's very TikTok. It's very book talk actually. That's the word. It's very book talky, but you know, not too. Don't think it's bad per se. It's a very typical visual novel, but a fun one at that. What do you guys think? You know, seems like an interesting game. What are your thoughts so far of the full release? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, if you want to support on YouTube as well, you can always come and leave a like. Leaving likes helps the short one on the front page, so if you do, I would greatly appreciate that. If you want to catch up to the VOD as well, if you just arrived and you want to watch, recommend you do so on YouTube as well, so you don't miss out the rest of my videos, because I do post other videos on YouTube as well. You know, short comics, Yap videos, all that fun stuff, trailer reacts to Love and D-Space and some fun stuff on the internet. You know what I mean? If you have any suggestions for the 5 years anniversary event that I'm making that I showed at the beginning of the stream, do let me know. I am taking suggestions. I'm currently at the planning board, so if you have something that you want to see, maybe a subathon goal, maybe something individually that you think it could be like a fun event anniversary only, because it is 5 years anniversary, so I want to have something exclusive. The same way that I had for my animation release, right? For the exclusive supporters of the animation. So, if you have any suggestions, I'll be more than happy to hear. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, we do have memberships on YouTube and Twitch. They give you extra content. They give you behind the scenes on the memberships tab as well. You get posts of my comics, work in progresses of artworks, and behind the scenes content on Discord. That goes for Twitch as well. And there's also Patreon if you want the extra kind of content. You know the one, I know the one. I'm not going to say it so I don't get demonetized. You know the one. The one that Love and D-Space doesn't give you. I do, you know? So if you want to go check it out, you're more than free to. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me all the way until the end. Thank you so much for spending that little time of the day with me. I stay almost every day live here on YouTube and Twitch as well. So if you enjoy the stream, you can always come around. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And I'll be seeing you.